What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Poindexter Lounge, where technical difficulties will not hold us back from giving you a great show tonight. That's right. On a night where we got to figure out what to talk about as it was already. We got some stuff. Riveting stuff. PacMan movie. Can we restore the Snyderverse? I don't know. But hey, can we get a PacMan movie in development? Let's do that, shall we? Why not? Also, ladies and gentlemen, we pay our respects to the late Olivia Newton-John, one of my childhood crushes. And talk about Heche and what's going on with her, unfortunately. And Ezra Miller's in the news. What day is it? Yeah, it's a Tuesday now. All right, so that sounds about right. Do you want Giancarlo Esposito to be Professor X? Could happen. Plus, maybe some of your phone calls. Phone calls? I don't know. It's not really a phone call, really. I mean, unless you use your phone. But maybe not. You can use whatever you want. Use your computer, whatever. We'll talk about what you want to talk about here at the end of the show. All right? So let's do it. Let's jump right in. And let's just do this thing. Technical difficulties be damned here in the Poindexter Lounge. Stay tuned.
It's finally here. New voices, new faces. Welcome to the Pantheon.
What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, and it is great to have you with me in the lounge tonight. Now, I promise you, we are a professional outlet. I promise you. Tonight, we're just having some technical difficulties, and we had some issues getting on, but we are on now. We're on the air. We're going to do our thing, and we're going to have some fun tonight, all right? I promise you, we're going to have some fun tonight. So welcome to the lounge. Look, if this is your first time to the lounge, just know that the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds. It's a place where you and me and all of us can get together and talk about the things that we love. Things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, stay with me, boys and girls, toys. Right, Ezra? And so much more. Those things get you excited. And hey, you have found the right place. So please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell and join this growing group of nerds. We want you here. We want you here. And you found the one-stop shop for all of your nerd needs. Speaking of which, congratulations to Jimbo, our good buddy, Black Ops, for starting his show, Quantum Gaming. It started on Sunday night. You're going to be able to find it here on Sundays and Mondays. Sunday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then of course also on Mondays at 9 p.m. And Jimbo's going to be doing some playthroughs. He wants your input. He wants to know what you guys want to see. So hey, get on that show, message him, tell him what you want to see, tell him what games that you want to see him play. He's going to be talking about games, reviewing games, playing games, giving you all the gaming stuff you could possibly want, and so much more. And you'll be on Sunday nights and Monday nights right here in the Poindexter Lounge, all right? And then also, if you haven't noticed, our good friend William has been adding a little bit. He is doing the Saturday night show going into Sunday. He's doing Sci-Fi Center overnight on Saturday nights. And so, hey, join him for that, okay? Also, as always, we want to thank everyone who supports the lounge. We appreciate all your support, guys. You guys are just awesome. And you're too good to me sometimes, and I really appreciate you. So thank you to all of our patrons. You guys are fantastic, and I can't ever tell you guys how much I thank you guys, and I appreciate you so much, and give you props for what you do. And also, of course, all of our members. There are the members. Of course, membership and being a Patreon supporter is very important here at the lounge. And we appreciate all you guys who do that. And, of course, all those who give super chats during the show. It is never expected, never, demanded or anything like that, but it is appreciated. And so we appreciate all of you who support the lounge in whatever way, if it's just watching even. And then there's some of you who say, you know what, I don't want to mess with YouTube. I don't want to mess with Patreons. I don't want to mess with any of those things. I just want to send you something directly. Of course, you could do that. All of our links are in the description below. And then if you want to get something back, besides the great content that we offer, besides, the cool behind the scenes stuff, all that stuff, if that's not good enough for you and you want a little something back for your contribution, you can go to the store that we have down in the description below, and you can find a cool design that you like and wear your nerd colors, as it were, proudly. All right. So there you go. We appreciate all those who take advantage of that. Also, we want to say a special shout out to our good friends over at Bully Sticks Direct. You can find them at bullysticksdirect.com. Look, my dogs have been loving this. Not just my dogs, but you guys know my friends James and Mandy. And I took some Bully Sticks over to their dog, Woofy Goldberg. Yes, Woofy Goldberg. Can we just take a minute and just think about that name for a second? But Woofy Goldberg loves them too. I have a lot of fun with the dogs with these things, and we've been making some videos and stuff. And so, hey, go over there, support them. If you go to bullysticksdirect.com and you buy something from Bully Sticks Direct, all you got to do is put in the promo code Poindexter, and you will save 10% off your order. That's a pretty good deal. And so I encourage you to do so. I encourage you to take advantage of that because they've got so many great things there at Bully Sticks Direct. They're treats and chews for your dog. They're all natural, preservative free, no added hormones or antibiotics, and it's a single source supplier for quality and consistency. Look at all these categories. They got braided bully sticks, the regular bully sticks, turkey tendons, taffy gullets. Now I know you're saying, oh, what is that? Your dog is going to love it. There's all kinds of other chews. There's pork, there's tendons, and you can go here and you can see that it alleviates boredom, it lessens anxiety. They're for fun, they're healthy, and if you just want some information on there, you can get all the information right there at bullysticksdirect.com and take advantage of that. All right. And then, we don't just take my word for it. We do all kinds of fun stuff with the dogs around here. And lately we've been doing something fun with Wookie called Telling Jokes to Dogs. So take a look at this.
To Dogs with Wookie. Part 2.
All right, Wookie. What was the little Scottish dog's reaction when he saw the Loch Ness Monster? Oh, come on. He was terrified. Which dog breed loves to live in the Big Apple? A New Yorkie. Come on. Hey, Wook, I recently planted a pet tree. It's just like a pet dog, except the bark is quieter. All right, here you go. There you go. So go ahead and check out bullysticksdirect.com and tell them that Poindexter Lounge sent you over. Okay, before I bring everybody in, and I'm going to give anybody that wants to say anything about this, has to say what they want to say. Here's the problem with some things that I'm seeing even in the chat here. This Ezra Miller thing. First of all, this is new charges on an old situation. We don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Okay. I have as much information as you guys do on this. So people want to be smart Alex in the chat. I'm not going to put up with that tonight. So if you got something constructive to say, you can say something constructive. If you got something that you're just going to try to be, at me or whatever. First of all, you're not going to get on the show when we do call-ins. You're not going to get attention. So you might as well just stop. Here's the thing. We don't know what happened. Hopefully more light comes to it. He's going to have his day in court 2 days after my birthday. So good for him. That's it. That's all. That is the, acting like, well, it's something they should totally tear it down. Stop it. That's dumb. That's so dumb at this point. You just gotta stop. You just gotta stop. Stop making. I'm kind of just getting. I'm just worn out on the whole thing. I'm really done with it. Stop. Just stop. Stop worrying so much about what's going to happen with the Flash and just wait and see what happens. Obviously, Warner Brothers is really committed to this movie. I mean, they stated as such this last week that the Flash movie's coming out, according to them. Maybe they have more info than you do. Just saying. Maybe. I don't know. He could be guilty of sin. I don't know at this point with these new charges, of stealing alcohol and, there's a reason why you have the ATF, right? The alcohol, tobacco, and firearms people here in America. And, those kind of crimes are considered different kinds of crimes, and so there's going to be different kinds of punishments. There's going to be different kinds of levels of charges and things like that. And we just don't know what happened, what the situation is surrounding this. It's a really weird thing, which most of the time when allegations have been brought up against Ezra, they are kind of a weird nature. So far, everything that has been brought up against him has either been dropped, dismissed, or it's gone. because the people who have accused him of whatever have fallen by the wayside or proven themselves to be dishonest themselves. And so with this situation, I'm not sure. These are formal charges that have been made against, Ezra. Nobody's downplaying that. And I would just like to point this out. If at all you think that I have in some way downplayed or defended Ezra over the last few months, I feel sorry for you. I just do, because you obviously don't listen to me. You obviously aren't expressing the ability to have a conversation where you actually listen actively. It's called active listening to the person that is talking to you. Maybe you just come here and because you hear me on the internet, you hear me and it just goes right over your head and you don't really care what I have to say. You just automatically hear certain keywords and you think, well, Enosh is defending him because I say things like, hey, we should wait until all the allegations come out. We should wait until, he has his day in court. Those kind of things. And somehow people want to twist that into, oh, Enosh is defending him. I've never defended Ezra Miller. I have always said, if it was found that he was guilty of grooming anybody, he should go to jail. If it was found that he was guilty of doing any of the things that he has been accused of, he should go to jail. Period. When he's found guilty of one of those things, please come back and tell me. That's all. And that's all I got to say about it. I don't have anything else more to say about it. So if you popped in just to hear what Enosh's words were on Ezra Miller, that's my words on it. It's the same story. It's the same answer as it was yesterday, as it was the day before. I don't care one way or the other. Saggy Melons, my friend Saggy Melons, has taken the same flack for this. So is Dave Pena. So is others who we've literally just tried to be the voice of reason because everybody wants a story. Listen, we could have sensationalized this thing. We could have gone right along the same route as everybody else and tried to use this for clicks and views and gone on about what a horrible person he was. All we've said is wait. That's it. That's it. And some people want to make, stupid, statements like, oh, you just want to get him on the lounge, blah, blah, blah. Look, I was talking to Ezra Miller again before any of this happened. He was going to come on the show before any of these allegations. If anything, I should be pissed off because of the allegations and because of the craziness that has happened over the last few months. We have not been able to talk anymore and communicate and talk about having him come on the lounge. I would love to have him on the lounge. I would love for him to express whatever they would like to express regarding these situations or not, whatever he wanted to do. But this has nothing to do with that. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. And you can't say it because like like everybody who's calling for just for everybody to just listen and wait is just everybody wanting to get him on their program, or is just everybody wanting to talk to him? I don't know. Maybe they are. I don't know. I can only speak for myself. I know my intentions. I know what I've done. I know what I've said. If you don't like it, too bad. That's it. That's it. If he's guilty, he should pay the punishment for whatever he's guilty of, just like everyone else. My thing has always been, just don't make up crap. The whole thing of like the police are chasing him. The police were never chasing him. Nobody was ever looking for him. Those were all convoluted things that went round and round. And there's been a lot of biased things said about him by people who were angry at him, by people who were trying to get back at him, by all kinds of crazy things. And then people were taking tabloid journalism and twisting it to be what they want. Those things, yeah, I say those things are dumb. Those things are dumb. This situation with the alcohol and burglarizing somebody's house, I haven't even been home all day. I got home today at about 10:30 at night, and I was gone since 9 this morning. So I have not had even the opportunity to read enough articles about it to even know all the details. A lot of you probably know more than I do at this point about what this story is. So that's it. That's it. I'm, we're not going to like hang on every little thread of everything that everybody says about Ezra Miller. If that's what you do, I don't know, man. Find something else better to do because I don't need all that. And really, you know, nobody. We don't need to talk. What do you need to talk about Ezra Miller? What do you need, Anthony, to talk about Ezra Miller? What is it personally you need to talk about Ezra Miller? He's obviously had some issues, right? He's obviously had some issues. Are you going to solve those for him? Tell me. Are you going to solve those for him? I'm sure you got an answer, right? Because you're there and you know, right? And you're alongside him and you have a good handle on what's going on, right? You have a good handle on it. You understand what he's going through. The reality is he's actually been in therapy. I do know that. The Flash, what is it? That did come out today. Flash Movie News reported that it has been verified that he has been in rehab since here, I can pull it up. Let me pull it up because I retweeted it earlier just so that I would have it. And then this is the extent of where I'm going with it because, like I said, I don't know anymore. I don't know any more than you guys know at this point. So let me pull it up here. I retweeted it. Where is it? Where is my retweet? Oh, I should go there. Okay. And then that is then that'll be it because I don't know anything else. You know, I don't know anybody to say dumb things like what's it going to take for people to stop defending him? I don't know one person yet who's defended him. So I don't know who you're talking about. If you're making a statement about me, then you're not listening. And and we've been cool for a long time, man. So I will share this, and then I'm going to bring in my friends because we got a lot more fun stuff to talk about and a lot of other more important things to talk about. Maybe they want to share something. Maybe they have an opinion about this. Prime might have an opinion about this, but this came in. Ezra is being accused of burglary after a friend returned home to discover several bottles of alcohol were missing on May 1st. Miller is supposed to appear in court for the case on September 26th. We can confirm that the actor has been receiving treatment in rehab since July. So there you go. So for everybody who goes, well, Ezra needs help, Ezra needs this, Ezra needs that, there you go. There's the talk right there. It's confirmed that he's been receiving treatment. I'm done talking about Ezra Miller. I don't know what else to say about Ezra Miller that anybody needs to say. All right, that being said, we're going to go ahead and bring in our panel. And maybe they got something to say about it, and I can step back because I am not really caring too much about that anymore. All right, so there you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, making his way into the lounge. You love him, I love him. He can be seen here now every Wednesday night in his show 10 Forward. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brian, Master of None.
Yo.
Are you here to defend Ezra Miller?
I don't care.
Okay, good. Also, ladies and gentlemen, you saw him just tonight on his new show, Quantum Gaming, here on the Poindexter Lounge. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jimbo, Mr. Black Ops himself.
What is going on, everyone?
What's up, my friend? Are you here to defend Ezra Miller?
I have no idea.
Awesome! Ladies and gentlemen, also, all the way from parts unknown, he's the Godfather. He's the prime Godfather, ladies and gentlemen. I like to call him Godfather Miss Prime. Trademark. Ladies and gentlemen, I love this guy. I've been loving having him on this last week or so, man. He's got great takes. Love this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Prime, the Godfather. What's up, Godfather?
What's good, man? How y'all doing?
Good. Are you here to defend Ezra Miller?
Actually, I don't really care. I mean,
That's kind of where we're all at right now. It's
I'll tell people if they not using common sense. Let's put it like this: a couple of weeks ago, they had an arrest warrant out for him. Now he robbed the bank, but they can't find him. So, I mean, y'all literally are out there really thinking that this man is doing stuff. They're putting hit pieces out there to, really hurt this man because allegedly he did something with some girl. But the girl put out a statement not once, not twice, 3 times.
New one came out today, Prime.
Huh?
New one came out today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So they put out hip piece.
So, I mean, people,
girl,
y'all need to get, like I tell everybody, get all the information, get all the facts before you draw a full conclusion. Use your common sense, okay? Because they're just going to do hit pieces with this man. If they really wanted to find Ezra Miller, they would have found him by now.
Oh, they knew where he was at.
And like I said today, all Ezra got to do is get on the mic, say a statement, and say, all right, these fools are lying. But he's doing it to himself, so I'm leaving it alone.
Look, there's a mess. Look, Anthony, okay, look, man, much love, right? Much love. Here's the thing. I'm just done talking about it. Do you understand? I'm just like frustrated with the whole thing. Like, I'm just as frustrated as anybody else. Look, man, every day that I wake up and I see one of those things, I'm just like, ugh, right? Like, I just don't care anymore, right? So that's that. Also, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Australia, very talented young man. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Axel. What's up, Axel?
Hey, Enosh, everyone
hey,
else,
Axel.
how we all doing?
Are you here to defend Ezra Miller?
I only heard about it like a few hours ago.
Okay.
Apparently he stole drinks. I don't think it's that much of a big deal. They like the people like who
I know, that sounds like defense.
Who was stolen from probably like know what's going on and stuff, so they use that as an advantage to try and probably get some money. So
probably. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows, right? But ladies and gentlemen, last but certainly not least, he's a good-looking guy, all the way from Canada. We'll see if he's sunburned today. He's famously known for being sunburned and looking like Ray Liotta. So, I'm sure he could like turn some heads like walking into a club. And people like,
I didn't get a sunburn in Canada.
I don't know how he gets sunburned up there, eh? But he does. He finds a way.
I don't know, eh?
Chaos finds a way. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tony, the drunk Canadian, but he's not drunk. And looking oh so fine in his Poindexter Lounge hoodie. Look at him.
Tony, the sober Canadian. What's up, man?
Tony, the sober Canadian. Yes.
Wild Tony appears.
It's a wild Tony. It's a wild Tony. Tony, I got to ask you because I asked everybody else. Are you here to defend Ezra Miller?
Who's Ezra Miller?
There you go. So apparently nobody on the panel tonight is here to defend Ezra Miller.
I just have one question though. So
yes.
All those articles and stuff that were put out with the girl and the whole grooming situation, did any of them come out and say like, yeah, this is the new information that came to light, that like this is not the situation that we originally reported? Because I'm guessing they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, exactly. So it just continues to show some bullshit for this man. I'm like, that's the thing. Like,
I'm sure he did something.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he did something, but like we don't know. Like
yeah,
that's
I don't know.
Information for Ezra and those like who obviously are investigating it. So like we're just getting what the news reports, and obviously it's some bullshit. I mean, like that's the thing. It's just credibility, man. Credibility is lacking. Apparently,
we only care about Ezra
situation.
Flash. Or do we not care about Ezra otherwise?
I didn't.
I'm sure some Harry Potter fans like.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, just Harry Potter fans.
Okay. Okay. So let's see. So that's all my Ezra Miller stuff for tonight.
Good.
Because I got nothing. Like people have been asking me already all day long. Like, hey.
Wait till the trial's over.
Yeah, like, dude, like let it just happen, guys.
I mean, when the first incident happened, everyone was so eager to jump to conclusion. Everyone was like, recast. I'm like, wait, aren't Like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just hold on.
Well, okay, guys, we're starting to defend here. Just
I know.
move on.
Let's not defend.
Next topic. Next topic.
Next topic. Okay. Let's see. I'll tell you what. I know Prime has got to get going here pretty soon, and I know we started really late tonight, and I apologize for that. I had some technical difficulties. So Prime, I will give you the pick. Would you like to talk about the possibility of Giancarlo Esposito being Professor X, the PacMan movie, or I mean, that's really the two big stories until we start like having people
We
call
can talk about the Professor X. I mean, I will say this. I mean, I'll say this. I'm not really into tokenism. It all depends on where you're going to put the actual story.
Yes.
Because if you're going to race swap characters, make sure that you at least do something that's going to be an origin story and make it an Elseworld story. Don't make it into your primary continuity. I'm not really into established characters that are fully tokenized. I mean, they're, Marvel has done it with certain characters, sure. But it's just certain characters you just don't change. You just don't. So I mean, that's just me. But I mean, I'm not saying that he a bad actor. I'm not saying that he wouldn't do a great job. But if you're gonna go that route, make sure you do it as an Elseworld story. That's just my personal opinion. But I mean, if he decides, like I said, he gonna play Professor X. I mean, they got a good dude to play him, but make sure it's an Elseworld story. They do something completely different. They trying to change X-Men anyway. So I mean, from what I've been hearing and all that stuff, they've been trying to change X-Men and all that stuff. So, hey, for what it's worth. But, I would like it to be an Elseworld story in his case. But they do get a great actor. I'm not going to take it away from that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, there are times when it works, right? There are times when it works. I think, like I've said before, like Perry White, for example, with Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne was amazing. At no point in time did I ever sit there watching Man of Steel or the subsequent movies and think, oh my gosh, this just doesn't work. I mean, why did they make Perry White black? Like, oh my gosh. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's Perry White. He embodies the character and it kind of transcends it, And I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of that same way with Nick Fury, with Samuel L. Jackson. Like, I'm just like, it works for me. Obviously, his Samuel L. Jackson is a little, it's based on a different type of take, but I'm not. I was never married to the other one because I wasn't that deep into it. I mean, so I don't know. Maybe for some people it's a departure, but for me, I'm okay with it. I'm good with it actually. I really like, Samuel L. Jackson. And then there's just a lot of times where it doesn't work, where it feels forced, right? And, so Prime, I hear you, man. Like and so when I heard about the Professor X thing, my only concern was this. Professor X and Magneto have a certain story, okay? I think because it's not going to be a period piece. It's hard to attach. It's getting harder and harder because we're getting further and further away. Not that it's any less serious, but it's getting further and further away from the time period of the Holocaust. Okay? And the further away we get away from that, I mean, are you going to have Magneto being 100 years old? Right? Are you going to have Professor X being 100 years old? So what do you do that you have those characters still experiencing something deeply wrong? And really, I mean, you're not going to top that, right?
I like that. You got to age it up, right? Like, how do you age it up?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like with in Iron Man, they changed like his origin from being captured from the Vietnam War to the Afghan War.
Sure.
And
sure.
it worked and nobody really complained. But like if Magneto is like vital for his origin. So
and that's things like, I mean, it's like, war, right? So you could say, oh yeah, so we're gonna change it from this war to this war, right? And so that's that's fine. You know, I mean, we even saw some things. You know, yeah. I mean, but it's you're. How do I say this? Like, the Holocaust is such uh, a tragic period in history. And it's a specific thing that happened that frames that story, right? I don't know, and maybe Prime, maybe you can help me out a little bit better because you are the right now, anyways, until someone else comes on, you are the lone African American on this panel. Do you think, as a black man, that maybe aging that up to the Civil War movement works for those characters and would work to tell a serious enough story to frame that?
I mean, it wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't bother me. It just depends on how it's executed. You know, at this particular time, it's all about how it's executed and how the characters are portrayed, and how they do it. So, that's pretty much for me. I really don't, just really, at this point, I don't even care, especially when it come down to the Marvel stuff. So, but I'm 50-50 now, because it really don't make a difference for me. It's just that I'm just so used to, how should I say, just certain things, especially. So, I mean, with the Secret Wars, because you're talking about Secret Wars, right?
Yeah, I mean, like anything, right? I mean, like if they're introducing X-Men and you introduce a black Magneto or a black Charles Xavier.
Oh, I mean, if they do that, like I said, at this point, if they do it, it's going to be odd, because for the simple fact is that I'm into actual continuity and just that lore like that. But if you're going to do that, like I said, you're going to change it. I don't have a problem with you race swapping. Just make sure that if you're going to race swap, make sure that it's basically in an Elseworld story. How can I explain it? Certain characters you can race swap. Certain, if you're going to do it in continuity, some you can. Some characters you just should not touch. You should just leave them as their origin. That's just like saying they're going to make Wolverine black. That ain't going to work. He's a Cajun. That's not going to work. Or like saying you'll make Storm white. That's not going to work. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
So there's certain characters you just don't touch, And again, like you were saying with Perry White, Fishburne playing Perry White, you can race swap that, because Perry White is the head of a newspaper. But you could change those certain characters. Certain characters you could change. Certain characters you just can't touch like that, because it's not going to. It just ain't going. It ain't gonna look right to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just speaking for me. It won't look right, and it wouldn't feel right to me. That's just like saying you took Blade and you made him white.
And you made him a girl.
They made him a girl?
No.
And they made him lesbian.
Oh. There's just certain characters you just, oh man, you just don't touch them like that. That's just me. That's just me. That's just me. And I think a lot of people can agree with me. Some characters you can get away with, some you just can't. That's just like now they're gonna make Sam Captain America. Well, it was done in the comics.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's not a big deal to me. It was done in the comics for a reason. And it's like, that's just like, for instance, they let's just go back to DC. That's just like saying you're gonna make Superman black. I'm talking about Clark Kent. Kal-El. I'm
Yeah.
not talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the different ones, but they have a story for that Black Superman and what he's about. You got Val-Zod, you got Kelvin Ellis, but you understand what their story is and how they are in their universe. But to take actual Clark Kent, Kal-El, the original Superman, and to make him black, fuck no. That's crazy. I mean, you don't have a backlash. So that's just what I'm saying. Like, there's just certain characters you don't mess with. The change, you just don't. Some you can get away with, some you just cannot. So that's just my take on it. Just on that. Anybody else can take the reign on that or whatever. So
Tony. First of all, Jalen says here, I can definitely see Giancarlo as a good Magneto and Lance Riddick as Professor X if we go down this route. Now, Tony, you're a big Marvel fan.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about that possibility?
You know what? I don't like it on the onset, but you know what? I'm willing to give it a go because I've also been pleasantly surprised with people that I didn't think were casted right and been like, wow, that's amazing. I never thought Hugh Jackman would be a good Wolverine.
True.
And we all realized he's the best Wolverine ever. So I don't put any judgment out there. And if he's been great in everything he's ever done, man. So why shouldn't I be respectful to his talents and see what he brings to the character?
Yeah. No, I look, and I mean, I'll bring up the article here, that at least the one that I read, because there's a lot of information here actually in this article about a lot of different things. Two brief comments says about Marvel characters caused a bit of a stir over the weekend. Speaking at C2E2, actress Rosario Dawson discussed the future of the characters from Netflix scrapped Marvel shows. Dawson played Claire Temple in almost all of the Marvel shows on Netflix, like Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones. As Daredevil actors Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio have joined the MCU as their Daredevil and Kingpin characters, it's conceivable some of the other actors from those shows could cross over. So could Dawson return? She revealed in a Q&A video that she'd be up for it and heard that one character's show that she didn't appear in might finally get a chance to do. She goes, I heard the San Diego Comic-Con announcement, but I found out yesterday that The Punisher is happening again. So I feel like it's my second chance because it was the only one of the Defenders shows I wasn't in, and I love John Bernthal. So let's all make it happen. Collectively, you guys. Shortly after the video of her response went online, Dawson walked back the comments on Twitter, saying she got the information about a Punisher revival from overexcited fans. She goes, I can't be trusted. Getting intel from fans during signings is iffy, apparently. My bad. I get excited. Confirmation is key when you're told what you want to hear. Then says, at present, there's been no official indication of Marvel resurrecting the Punisher character, and more specifically, actor John Bernthal's interpretation of it, which was seen in 2 seasons of his own series, along with the 2nd season of Daredevil. For now, it seems the only thing happening is Dawson has her hand up, ready to reprise her former MCU role should the opportunity arise. So there's that, right? A similar situation would appear to exist regarding Better Call Saul actor Giancarlo Esposito, who has also voiced his desire to play a specific Marvel character, in this case, Professor X of the X-Men. Making an appearance at TJH Superhero Car Show and Comic-Con in San Antonio this weekend, the actor revealed via AV Club that, like numerous actors in Hollywood, he's had a brief initial meeting with Marvel about joining the MCU in some capacity in the future. He reportedly acknowledged people wanting him to play a villain, but he said he would prefer a more heroic role like Professor X if he had the chance to pick. However, much like Taron Egerton with Wolverine or Ryan Gosling with Ghost Rider, it seems to be mostly wishful thinking right now. But there was another moment there where he actually, people just kind of cornered him about it, and he said, yes, I would really like to play that character. And really like to do it. So, I mean, so there's that, I don't know. Brian, what do you think about this?
I don't mind as long as they tell a good story. I've always liked Giancarlo Esposito, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with it. I feel like as long as they find a good way to tell that story, you know, and they
Yeah.
make it make sense, because like I said, the the uh, the Magneto and Professor X story is deeply rooted in a specific time period, you know, at least that we know of. And so I feel like if they're going to do it, they're going to have to figure out a way to do it that still is riveting and still draws you in and makes you see, like, why did Professor X start his school for gifted children? You know, why did he get that going, to, you know, for the counterculture thing? And I mean, and obviously they've got a way to go to explain mutants in the MCU right now. I mean, how do we get mutants in the MCU?
Yeah, that's always been like my issue for like the last 5 years. Like they've already established their world, and then suddenly mutants exist. I'm like, it's okay.
I think they're going to bring them in WandaVision some way. He's going to bring something in. Boom, we're done. Bob's your uncle.
Wasn't in 1914. What?
Yeah, the Watchers, right? The Holocaust happened in
The 40s.
yeah, I mean, you know, the early 1900s, and the Civil War was in the 1800s. So I mean, it is kind of a stretch, though. I mean, because like he would have to be 100 years old. He'd have to be over 100 years old.
Magneto?
Peter Rabbit
Yeah.
says Will Smith is Magneto.
I mean, it's going to come a point in time where they're
Hey,
going to have to do
He'd
some
know
kind
he
of
wouldn't
time
be taking much
travel.
crap.
Some kind of time travel or something like that. I don't know.
Knock some people down with that.
Way or way less than we do.
Arwick says, I wouldn't mind Wolverine being Aboriginal,
Ooh,
but I hope that that doesn't take away the representation of Warpath, but it's up for the writers. I do not mind the race swap of Wolverine. Sounds interesting, too.
That would be interesting. I'd like
Yeah,
that.
I don't actually mind that idea.
So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But, I mean, do you guys have any thoughts of what you guys want to see out of X-Men from the MCU?
Oh, good question.
Did I freeze?
A badass
I do. So like,
Wolverine.
I hope. Oh wait, do you want to go first or?
Oh no, you got it. I just want a good Wolverine, and that's a huge character for the X-Men, and they gotta do it right. I mean, Logan was probably one of the best X-Men movies that we've got, and was one of my favorite Wolverine movies, if that. I know that Hugh Jackman most definitely won't be the Wolverine we get, but whoever does take up the mantle, I hope they do him justice and make him as badass as we all love him for.
What happened?
What the? Why is there? What? It was
You
another.
froze up.
What? It was another.
Calm down. Calm down, everybody.
Hold on.
And
My God. No, you froze up and you came back in the stream. It's okay.
What's going on?
The other you is not you, so don't. It's okay.
Uh-huh.
Calm down.
I mean,
we got this.
Since they
You guys
doing
hear
it-
me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you're
can
fine.
hear you.
You're good.
Yeah, you good. I can hear you.
You're fine. Oh, you were frozen.
It's okay.
Yeah, it sometimes it be the stream. It be YouTube sometimes.
Yeah. It's okay.
You're okay.
Yeah, he lagged out. He'll be back.
It's
It's
okay.
still
He'll be
gonna
back.
go. It's not gonna go nowhere. He'll be
No,
back.
go ahead, Prime. Go ahead, man.
No, what I was saying is, I mean, when it come down to just the the MCU doing X-Men right now, my only concern with them doing it is that they're pretty much going to tone them down, because we never really got the well, hold on, let me backtrack. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if they do it, I would really like for them to explore like certain characters a little bit more, such as, so people can actually more understand them. And you don't like Rogue. Like, I want, if you're gonna bring Rogue into it, I truly want I want them to really amplify like Rogue's
Marvel Rogue, yes. like
right,
you said.
like see Rogue has a positive, but she has a negative.
That's right.
And
That's
people will never understand what that pain is that she's a Southern belle. She wants to be married. She's the wifey type. She's beautiful, but nobody can touch her.
Yep.
It's like and people don't really ain't gonna understand that and utilize her powers more because they really didn't in the Fox version when they did it. They made her a kid and they really didn't do anything with her
they
power.
touched on it briefly in like the first and second one, and
like that, and then like
she wasn't Marvel Rogue, and that's the thing that we all want. We have Captain Rogue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like certain characters they didn't use. Like Storm is my favorite X-Men and is my favorite X-Men character. The only bad thing that I like was that you made Halle Berry Storm. Halle Berry is not from Africa. She's, she's fine as hell, but she's not from Africa. They really didn't, and they didn't even go into the whole thing of her weaknesses, her powers, and none of that. You say what?
She's no Grace Jones.
You say what?
Grace Jones.
Grace Randolph? What?
Oh no, not Grace. Well, no, not Grace Jones. Grace Jones old. Oh, I mean, you could have picked I would say if you want to pick a model, even though she couldn't act, the best one at that time to play Storm for the look would have been Naomi Campbell.
I knew you were gonna, but
yeah, like Naomi Campbell, something like that. But they didn't pick that. There you go, Enoch.
I don't know what the heck happened. Could you guys hear me?
Yes,
we could hear you, but
bit.
you know what I'm saying, your stuff lagged out. There you go.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird. Like all of a sudden everything went out, and I come back and Justin Proper's here.
So I mean. Yeah, so I mean, just with that, just alone, that's with certain characters that they should just utilize. Like, don't get me wrong, the Fox stuff that they did that we got, the stuff that we grew up on. Don't get me wrong, it was good at the time because we were so, how should I say, excited that we was actually getting X-Men on screen.
Fun, right? It was
right. It was fun at the time, but then we wanted to. It's like X-Men got to get serious, and I think the only X-Men that we're going to get serious with is Logan. Because when Logan came out, I was like, oh my God, finally. And I would say Future Past. I don't think no X-Men movie is going to top Future Past. First Class is up there. But Future Class, oh man. And I just want to see the X-Men be utilized more where they go in more depth with it. Because people really don't understand X-Men like that. You say what?
I was just saying, like, with First Class, like, they literally killed the guy who's supposed to be
say First Class,
unkillable.
Days of Future Past.
That's another huge thing that just to me, like for First Class. But
I think they're making a different point, dude.
What?
Oh no, I was talking to Brian. Like, you're making a different point.
It's okay.
Yeah. You can carry on. I'm sorry.
Nah, that doesn't sound.
Brian, you suck.
I'll say this before I jump out. Even Enoch, if you was gonna cover this, I'll be like, if y'all have not tuned in to Sandman, y'all need to.
I have not. Is it good?
Man, it's fantastic.
Really?
It emulates the book to the T. If people know, I'm a DC aficionado, so that's my thing. So, Sandman. If people don't know from Sandman is that they've been trying to get Sandman out for years. Neil has been trying to get Sandman to get a movie made 3 times. It never went through.
Yeah.
Never. It just kept on being a whole bunch of mess. So now that Netflix got it, it's like Neil overseeing everything. This emulates the book to a T. I would probably say like, they changed some stuff up a little bit. All I can just tell people is this: if you are a DC fan, because Neo said that it's not in the DC continuity, but it has DC things. I'll give you an example. So everybody knows that Sandman is in DC, but you're going to see things like the present. You're going to see Lucifer. You're going to see John Constantine is referenced, but he's not in there.
Yeah, because he was
you got
originally like a
Jessica
Vertigo
Constantine.
character.
So you got yes. So what I'm saying is that if you are into the DC Vertigo or the Black, and you're into the magic and the religion and the lore and stuff like that, oh yeah, you go get it. But Sandman, they basically did a great job. So if y'all haven't, I would recommend y'all get on Sandman. If you want to read the book, go ahead and get the first couple of issues from 2010. That'll get you straight. That'll get you straight in it. So, yeah, if y'all really want to get into Sandman off the damn hook, I was waiting. This is one thing I was waiting for. Sandman ain't no joke. Once you start watching it, you sucked in.
Now, can you help me a little bit, Prime? Because like I'm not. I mean, I love DC. I'm a obviously I'm really into DC, but I'm not. I haven't been typically a fan. I mean, I like Swamp Thing. I like Constantine to a point. I like Zatanna. So I mean, I like certain characters in like the DC Dark, universe. But like I don't really read those. Like I've never really been like one to like really read those or be an aficionado of those characters. Like really deeply. So can you? Because I really don't know much about Sandman.
Okay, so Sandman is basically, how can I put it? It's like the realm of the gods.
Okay.
So pretty much you're dealing with a lot of because Sandman he's a god in the realm of dreams. Right. So he pretty much controls things like with your sleeping, your dreaming, or what he can't control for people to actually see. He controls that realm of that formula dimension. But he can actually go in other realms as well, because dreams don't die. He can manipulate certain things. I'm not going to tell you everything. You got to really watch it.
Sure.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're not really into, like, let's see, like I stated earlier, like if you're not into more of the, like of the more of the magic or some of the more the religion, such as people don't know because they don't really state it like that unless you read Lucifer or you read Sandman or certain other things. They don't reference the presence all like that.
Yeah.
If people don't know what the presence is,
yes,
that's the most powerful character in DC.
Yes, it's basically God.
He's God. He's the Most High.
Yeah.
So that's who he is. The present, that's who he is. And then you got some of the other characters. So below that, you got Lucifer. Then you got Lucifer's daughter. Then you got damn, I can't even think of her damn name right now. It's at the tip of my tongue. It'll come to me. So if you're in that, you will know that that realm. But all I can tell you is that once you get into Sandman, you are absolutely, it's fantastic. They are mirroring the books to a T. And I'm glad that Neil really, when he did his interview, he really said that everyone that's a Sandman fan or anyone that reads it, you're going to see everything that's from the books. They changed up some stuff because they didn't want to put it completely in DC continuity. Because yes, Sandman does run into Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and all that stuff. He does, but they didn't want to bring that element into it. So I was like, okay, cool. Now once you watch it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Because the first one gets you in, and then once you get in, it's just like, especially if you read the book, you will know, like, wow. I'm like, I cannot stress enough. I'm telling you from a DC aficionado, y'all need to watch Sandman. You will, and then you will appreciate, you will truly appreciate where the stuff from DC Vertigo and DC Black Label and stuff like that. You will appreciate it on where it is, because Sandman is really like one of those characters that they don't talk about unless you are a real DC fan and you will know that lore of it. But I know it. So
no, that's awesome. Like, and I want to know more about that corner of DC. I've just never been a big fan of that. I mean, I grew up, liking Swamp Thing, and a couple of other characters, but not, like really deeply into that, So yeah, all right. Well, I have to give it a shot. For sure. Justin Proper really liked Enter Sandman. It's a good song. Good song.
I was in between that and making a Marvel joke like, wow, they really did rip off Spider-Man or something like that. So, but I went with the Metallica route.
Nice.
Probably safer in this room.
Yeah, I know.
Way to read the room, my guy.
Yeah, I know, which is what I did.
That's funny. That's funny. Well, I'll tell you what. Anthony Beltre isn't here. I know we got some other. We got a couple other topics. I know we got it.
Hey, man, that's trash.
What was that? Oh,
Don't worry about it.
Is that your Brian thing, Brian?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Sorry.
So Brian's got something, and obviously we want to pay a little bit of time to pay tribute to a couple of ladies. So Anthony Beltre isn't here, but Anthony, I picked up my first Black Adam toys.
Nice.
Yep. So, and I'm taking them back tomorrow. No, and here's why. Because I realized something. Now, first of all, so Hawkman has his Hawk Jet, right? That they have out. And I was like, man, it's $34, something like that. It's like $32, whatever. It's like, I'm not paying $32 for that. But it comes with these two figures. And so I didn't think about it. Like, I bought the figures, brought them home, and I was like, these were $10 a piece. 10 more bucks, and I got the jet. So I'm taking these back tomorrow, and I'm getting the jet because it comes with these two figures. Now, the only difference is strangely enough, this solo Black Adam has a cape.
You should keep it then.
He has a cape.
Keep it.
So should I keep the one with the cape? Because the one with the jet does not have a cape.
Yes.
I don't know if it's that important, but maybe it is.
Well, you won't know for.
It's a huge character arc for Black Adam. He
to have a cape.
Yeah, to have a cape.
See, that's what makes you superhero.
But see, first edition, which means nothing. But okay. But I did pass on Atom Smasher.
You mean Pepsi Man?
Yeah, I saw him. I was like, I'll probably get him later. But I want that Dr. Fate.
Ooh, yeah.
I want that Dr. Fate so much. But look at the Rock there. He's looking all like
I am hierarchy.
hierarchy. But yeah, so I got my first two ones of that. And by the way, again, to our good friend Dang's Thoughts. If you're watching Dang's Thoughts, you were the winner of our latest giveaway. He is a member, and so you are the winner of our latest giveaway, which was Skeletor. And we'll announce a new giveaway sometime this week. But Skeletor here from Masters of the Universe Revelation is our giveaway, and there's that. Speaking of which, though, I found, check this out, the 4 new Masters of the Universe figures.
What the hell?
Yeah. So look at this. We got Merman. One-eyed merman. But look at this artwork. I swear to God, I just don't even want to like mess with this artwork. Look at this. Like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Is that guy like an amputee or something? That's pretty cool.
No, he's not. No, he's got all of his limbs. What are you talking about?
Oh wait, his legs are in the water. Okay,
Yeah,
it just
his legs
looked like it. It looked kind of
Yeah,
weird.
well, he's bending his knees.
Yeah, he's bending.
Oh, okay, all right.
Bending his knee.
Okay, I got it.
Bending his knee, and then they got classic Tila with her hair down or up. So that's cool. Then, yeah, me too. And then they've got this cool He-Man.
He-Man.
Look at that barbarian like He-Man. Like, isn't that cool? Like
good.
the
It looks
armor and
savage.
stuff. He's got like a blade and everything. That's kind of cool.
It's pretty
He's got
cool,
a blade,
yeah.
different hands, and different face. You can see there. It comes with the kind of it almost looks like the classic face. But look at this artwork. Tell me that's not cool. Look at those like wolf creatures. This is sweet. Just sweet. But here's the funniest of all of them. You ready for this? This is like some kind of armor Skeletor from the newer Eternia. And so he's got a regular head there. But check this head out.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
He has a goatee.
What?
Skeletor has a yellow goatee growing out of his bony chin.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know.
He's been a skeleton for so long. Eventually,
I guess.
What do you think would happen?
I don't know, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I like
It's kind of dumb, but yeah, kind of cool.
It's kind of dumb, kind of cool, all at the same time, But
even professionals need to have like these kind of jokes, I guess.
Did I don't think I showed Cobb Vanth. I got Cobb Vanth too.
Oh wow.
Yeah. From.
I saw like an Inquisitor action figure. Oh, it was the one with like the.
Oh my god, I forgot his name, and I almost said something very stupid, like, "Oh, that looks like the guy from Scream."
And then you said it.
Yeah, I know. That looks like Timothy Oliphant.
And then here's one that some people will complain about. It's Omega from the Bad Batch.
It's Omega.
Yeah.
Omega. That's how they
Black
say
Series.
it.
And then here's the one that everybody wanted to crap on. But actually I got two here. Okay, so I already showed that one. Okay, so here is the one that everybody wants to crap on. Black Chrysanthemum. The artwork looks super cool.
Yeah, it's Ralph McQuarrie-esque.
Oh no! Cool. All right, open it up.
Oh no!
You ready for this?
Oh no!
Ready for this? Here we go. It's not as bad. It's not as bad as like the pictures online were. Yes, he kind of just looks like a black Chewbacca.
With dreads in his,
Yeah, with dreads. But hey,
no.
Other than that, it's okay. It's all good.
Were people like offended by that or something?
I was so offended. Kathleen Kennedy strikes again.
I'm serious. Was there like a big uproar about it?
Black Chrysanthemum, the action figure. The action figure there was, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, people thought he looked just like they just repurposed a Chewbacca action figure. So.
Okay, like it was lazy or something. Okay.
Yeah, kind of like that.
All right.
So we lost a couple people, obviously, but we're moving forward. So I just want to take a couple of minutes and talk about Olivia Newton-John, an Aussie, Axel.
Yeah, I know. I heard about that this morning.
Yeah. Olivia Newton-John passed away today at the age of 73. And I had a huge crush on Olivia Newton-John growing up, and it's a bummer. I mean, she was in Grease, and then a bunch of other stuff, and so beautiful woman, great voice. Yeah, just a bummer. Anybody have any thoughts on Olivia Newton-John, or am I just an old guy?
No, I mean I enjoyed Grease. Xanadu wasn't a bad song.
True, a lot of good songs actually from.
She did that song. Let's Get Physical.
Mm-hmm.
Physical.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I think I became a man at 5 years old watching that video.
I think a lot of people did. But no, I mean she was a treasure, man. One of the highlights of that movie, Grease.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't John Travolta.
I got chills. They're multiplying. And I'm losing control.
Well,
yes, Aaron knows. Aaron is also an Aussie. An Australian icon. I loved Olivia Newton-John, man. I'll tell you what. She was great. Great voice. Like you said, Xanadu, man. Almost that whole album, man. That whole movie soundtrack is like, got to believe we are magic. She just had such a smooth tone to her voice. Such a pleasing timbre. It was just, It was nice. Anyway, so
It's really sad what happened to her. She's been struggling with cancer for decades.
mhm.
Uh, and yeah, I mean, I'm not even a big Grease fan or anything. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like musicals. I hate musicals. I despise them unless I see them on Broadway. But yeah, you're right. There was something about like I had to watch Xanadu because my school was putting it on, and I was doing stuff for it, and we watched it, and yeah, that was one of the things that I kind of liked about it. I was like, oh, she's not bad. Probably one of the few things, and this is coming from a guy who does not like musicals.
Yeah.
And to have something kind of be, give me some sort of pleasure from it of just, it was just kind of nice. I guess it says a lot about her talent. She could reach people who weren't necessarily fans, I guess, of whatever they were watching. I don't know if that says anything, but yeah. It's really sad.
It is.
Bad year, man. Bad year.
Yeah, man. We've lost a lot of good ones so far. So
Yeah, you're right about that. It's been a really terrible year.
Speaking of that, before we do move on, and that is Anne Heche, going through some issues right now. Yeah,
she's still alive, right?
Yes, she is still alive.
Okay. My God!
As of this reporting, but she is in critical condition. She was in a really bad car crash this last week, and it's kind of strange because as this is saying, she's reportedly in a coma and in critical condition Monday following a car accident in which her car crashed into a Los Angeles residence on Friday, setting fire to both the home and the vehicle. She has a significant pulmonary injury requiring mechanical ventilation and burns that require surgical intervention, a rep for the actress said in a statement sent to media outlets on Monday. Heche slipped into a coma shortly after the accident. Now, what was kind of strange about this was it was first reported that she was in very critical condition, and then her reps shared on Saturday that the actress was in stable condition after her hospitalization, and that Heche's family was asking for thoughts and prayers and to respect their privacy. But then the Los Angeles Fire Department confirmed in a public report that the car collided into a 2-story home in Mar Vista neighborhood of LA, causing a fire, and that Heche is under investigation for misdemeanor driving under the influence and hit and run. But at last check, she's still in very critical condition, and we're still waiting to see what happens with that. So
how old was she? How old is she? Like
53.
Is she?
Oh, okay. So that's not.
I don't know.
Yeah, too old to be driving. Okay. She looked pretty old there, and I'm like.
Yeah, she's 53 years old here. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So So thoughts for that. And then finally, before I hand it over to Brian, because Brian's got something fun for us, and I'm looking forward to that. There is coming, a PacMan movie. PacMan.
What?
Is he going to be voiced by Chris Pratt? I swear to God.
That would be amazing. What are you talking about?
What's wrong with Chris Pratt, dude?
Why not?
Nothing.
Huh?
It's just voicing.
By the way, welcome, RJ.
What were you complaining for?
Hello. I just woke up. What'd I miss?
Oh, you missed me saying at the beginning of the show that I was done talking about Ezra Miller and that I wasn't going to talk about Ezra Miller anymore, and I don't.
And then we
care,
proceeded to talk about Ezra Miller for a little bit.
Well, I didn't. Other people shared their thoughts on Ezra Miller.
Now we're continuing it.
No, we only spent about 10 minutes literally on Ezra Miller, and then we talked about Giancarlo Esposito wanting to be Professor X.
I'm down for that.
Wait, who?
Giancarlo Esposito.
Giancarlo Esposito.
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 Giancarlo Professor Esposito.
Oh, I've heard of him, definitely.
Yes.
No, I haven't. But okay.
Dude, did you watch The Mandalorian?
If you saw his face,
You don't know his name, but you know the face.
It's Gus. It's
Yeah.
Gus from Breaking Bad.
I've never seen Breaking Bad.
Have you seen The
My name is
Mandalorian?
Gustavo, and you can
Oh, yes.
You know Moff Gideon.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
That
cool.
guy. That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh,
that guy.
That guy.
that might be all right.
Okay.
All right.
You know what?
And-
Giancarlo Esposito should voice Pac-Man.
There you go. And then we paid homage to
Idris
Olivia
Elba.
Newton-John.
Oh yeah. That was really sad, dude. Breast cancer, man. Breast cancer sucks. For cancer.
Yeah. And then we talked about Anne Heche, who's still in critical condition after a fiery crash.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's crazy.
Yeah. So now we got Pac-Man, live action Pac-Man film in the works. Live action Pac-Man. First of all, I love Pac-Man. I grew up with Pac-Man. This is definitely my era of
Please be a guy in a suit. That'd be great. Just a guy in a Pac-Man suit.
Man in suit.
Please, thank you.
Simon Section says, I thought Pixels was a live action Pac-Man.
Kinda.
Kind
More or
of,
less.
yeah. Yeah. But okay, so let's
But this
see.
one's actually going to be good. No.
Maybe. I actually liked Pixels. I have no problem with Pixels, to be honest with you. I
never
liked
rewatched it. I watched it once and I was like, all right.
I liked it.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
So, a live-action film adaptation of iconic arcade game Pac-Man is in the works at Bandai Namco Entertainment and Wayfarer Studios. Pac-Man was a coin-operated staple, a game in which you play a yellow circle with a mouth who must move through a maze, eating pellets while being pursued by colorful ghosts as the difficulty increased. The project will be based on an original idea from Lightbeam Entertainment's Chuck Williams, Sonic the Hedgehog, who will produce alongside Justin Baldoni, Manu Gargi, or Gargai, I don't know, Tim Kwok, and Andrew Kaloff.
Never heard of any of these people.
Me either.
Names at this point.
The game previously spawned multiple sequels and variations, a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, and a Disney XD series.
What?
Here's what the movie's gonna be.
Okay.
It's gonna be like a Spielbergian-esque movie where it's a bunch of kids in the 80s who are obsessed with Pac-Man, but the game comes to life. And Pac-Man jumps out the arcade and they gotta stop the ghosts who are haunting their house
RJ,
now.
no more 80s nostalgia. Stop it, please. Just
I'm telling you, it's gonna take place in the 80s.
It
in
is.
the arcade.
It's good. Oh no, please. It is. No.
Hey, no, fun when we get to Q*bert the movie.
Yeah,
Then-
when we get a Q*bert movie, then all hope is lost. But
Then we're done.
I'm quitting the internet that day.
So much. I hate that game. It's so stupid.
Well, let me ask then, which one are you more excited for? Are you more excited for the Mario movie, Sonic 3, or this?
Mario movie?
Sonic 3.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not do Mario again. Sorry.
Sonic 2 was
It's a
good.
cartoon, though. It's a cartoon movie.
No.
Chris Pratt's played Mario.
No, they need to make it like the Lou Albano show, where Lou Albano was freaking Mario.
Ooh, do you think this is going to start the Pac-Man cinematic universe and they'll get like a Miss Pac-Man movie?
Oh my god, please,
And then
yes.
people will say
Baby
it's
Pac.
woke.
I want a Miss Pac-Man movie before a Pac-Man movie, to be perfectly honest.
Yep.
The levels were more interesting with Miss Pac-Man. You know,
Yeah.
Well, aren't we
Why
getting that,
is it that I feel like Justin is like over there in the corner with the Bob Rosses, and that's why he seems so far away right now?
do I sound far away? Hold on.
Yes. Maybe he's just so angry that Pac-Man's movies just walking.
It's like you're
away
on
from the computer
speakerphone.
slowly.
Can we get a Mike Tyson's Punch Out movie?
That would be a good movie, though, with Little
That
Mac.
would be a good movie.
No,
Like
seriously,
Little- like
Jay.
Little Mac
How
looking through.
has Zelda not been a movie yet? Facts.
It was going to be a Netflix show, but then the plans for leaked and Nintendo.
Where's
scrambled.
Mega Man?
They are making a Mega Man movie. They are
Also,
making a Mega
aren't
Man
we getting
movie.
that Minecraft movie with Jason Momoa? Or
Yes,
is that
yes,
just...
yes.
Okay.
yeah.
What is the Minecraft movie, for God's sake? I mean, what is that going to be?
It's going to be
Wait,
about
that's
Jason
going to be a real
Momoa.
thing?
Yeah,
Yes.
with Jason
Probably.
Momoa.
Yes.
And then it's gonna be Roblox, and then.
Well,
Can we
video
get
games
you
are
know?
like
Can
the
we get a
last
Contra
untapped
movie?
IP.
Contra
Rocket
was
League.
Contra was a
Contra
great
would
game.
be really cool. Like just make Contra Aliens.
Heck yeah.
Aliens type movie.
And then we're gonna get a Wii Sports game, and then
No. The heck
Wii
with that.
Sports.
That's what they're gonna go with.
It's
and-
just
Imagine
about
playing baseball. Batter out.
I mean, we may as
Did
well
anybody
just,
did anybody else download all kinds of like third-party characters for your Wii?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
So you had like all these like
Boy,
you had
that
like
was a mistake.
Tiffany's. We still have our Wii, and it's got like every kind of like DC and Marvel and Star Wars and Garfield and I mean just like crazy weird stuff. Just funny.
You know what? Why don't they? You know what would be very interesting?
It's gonna be voiced by
Lord.
If Warner Brothers is making it,
it's gonna be both
95%.
Miss Pac-Man, 1,000-word picture says Miss Pac-Man will be black. It'll be voiced by what's her name?
Tiffany Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish, yes. Tiffany Haddish will voice Miss
Oh,
Pac-Man.
I
can
stand
see it
up.
now. I can see it.
Oh,
Now. I can hear it. I can literally hear it.
Why don't you like Tiffany Haddish?
No.
I can literally hear it now. I can hear it now.
No.
I know it's coming.
Why? Why, Axel? Why not?
Why?
She's not funny. She's so annoying.
Can I just say, like, it really sucks that I don't have my normal headphones right now because I'm using my in-ear music monitors, and yeah, when people get loud, it really hurts.
I'm sorry.
No. That was no. I was messing with it, and I actually turned it up for a second because I was messing with my monitor mix, and yeah. Then all of a sudden, it got really loud for a second. All right. Yeah. I mean, like. I don't know, man. I don't know what a Minecraft movie looks like, to be honest with you.
You know what I would really like to see? A Tetris movie.
Actually, I'm making a Tetris movie.
Yeah, why not? Why not? We may as well.
What does a Tetris movie look like?
Apparently, it's about aliens.
I would like to see it like an actual.
What?
Yeah, the Tetris movie is going to be about aliens invading.
Wait a minute.
When was there a Tetris movie?
Okay. Oh wait, no, sorry, I got it wrong. So initially, the Tetris movie was going to be about aliens. Now it's going to be about the making of Tetris.
That's what I was going to say. That would be
What?
interesting because the actual making of Tetris is freaking amazing. Like, do you know how it came to be?
No.
In the United States, like it crossed the Cold War, man. Like. That game survived the Iron Curtain. Like, dude, no. Like, that was part of the Soviet government. And we got pirated copies of that game. Like, the story of how that game came to be is actually more exciting than the game itself.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Lone Wolf Entertainment here. Brodan himself with a $2 super chat says Reservation Dogs on FX. Just plugging randomly.
What about an Assassin's Creed game? I mean, movie.
They already
you mean a good one?
Horrible.
A good one?
Well, they're doing Netflix. They're doing a Netflix series.
Yeah, they already did that.
Paperboy, the movie.
What about Bully?
Yeah.
Here's what you do. Pitfall, the movie.
Pitbull? What?
No,
Pitfall.
No, I like the Bully movie a little bit better with Jimmy.
Has anybody seen the movie Hardcore Harry?
Oh,
that was that first person.
Movie.
We own it. Our boys wanted to see it, and we bought it just so that the boys could see it one day, and we still have never opened it. I'm just curious if it. I just felt like if I saw it in the theater, I just heard that if I saw it, I felt like if I saw it in the theater, I would get sick.
You probably would. I did hear some people got motion sick.
I don't get motion sick very often, but I just both Aaron and Fun here at the exact same time popped in with Pong the movie.
Pong.
That's hilarious. How did you guys do that? That's hilarious. Hardcore Henry, not Harry. Harry. Yes, you're right. Hardcore Henry.
Yeah, it's Pitfall Harry.
Yes. And thousand word Tiffany Haddish or Melissa McCarthy. I'll actually take Tiffany Haddish on that one for Miss Pac-Man. Absolutely.
Yeah, we all know what Melissa McCarthy is going to do at this point.
Oh, Melissa McCarthy.
You mean bring her husband in?
Yeah.
I don't care. It's just it's the same kind of.
It's the same character.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, RJ, I did get Black Chrysanthemum.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep. So, and he looks a little better than he did on the.
Ooh, what about Red Dead Redemption 2?
Yeah, he's still a little too lean.
Yeah, he's still a little too lean, but he looks a little bit better, honestly, live than he did in those pictures.
I mean, the packaging's good though.
The packaging
really cool.
Amazing, dude. Look at that. Look at that. Like if they did this for all the packaging for Black Series going forward, I'd be in heaven, but they're not going to. Plus, I got this controversial character.
Is she really that?
How is she controversial?
No, she's freaking amazing.
I know. I love her, man. I love her character. Her character's amazing.
Omega. How is she? Who hates her? Seriously.
Well, I'm just all full of controversy though, because I also got this RJ. You got Tila.
Oh,
the classic
woke,
Tila now.
Woke.
Yeah, woke. Yes,
they don't have penises. That's woke.
And this He-Man.
Oh, nice.
Look at this artwork, dude.
And the artwork's really cool.
Artwork is amazing. Artwork for
season
Tila.
2.
Look at that Tila artwork.
Yeah.
Still looks so woke to me.
She looks too lesbian.
Definitely wakes something up. I'll tell you that.
Wait, what?
The fuck?
That was some criticism that she like her design made her look like a lesbian or something. I remember that.
And then we got Skeletor. We got Skeletor, RJ, with a beard.
That's cool. It's a green goatee.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think I had a Skeletor as a kid.
And Anthony Beltry's not here, dude. But look, I got my first Black Adam figures.
Hey man, that's trash.
They're already in the stores.
Did Axel just say, man, that's trash?
That's trash, man.
That's awesome. No, yeah. So Hawkman looks awesome.
It's the first edition too.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not. That's not a big deal. Nobody gives it. Nobody cares about like these little three. Ooh, it's first edition. Ooh.
You're not a real fan.
The only thing is, I'm gonna take them back tomorrow.
Taking them back?
I'm taking them back because I told myself, because they got the Hawkman ship, the plane, and it comes with both of these figures. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to spend $32 for the ship. And then I realized I spent $10 a piece on these guys. So I might as well spend $10 to get the ship. The only difference is this Black Adam, spoiler alert, has a cape.
Ooh. He doesn't have a cape in the trailers, though.
That guy doesn't even. It doesn't even look like The Rock.
It looks a little like The Rock.
I can't even see it.
It's hard to see, though.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
I think the plastic doesn't want to make it. Oh, there he goes.
Also, I wouldn't show
The Rock.
I wouldn't show the StreamYard link on the reflection.
One of the McFarlane versions for Black Adam coming out.
I don't know.
Or are they already out?
They should be out soon. These are the characters, though. I actually passed on Atom Smasher.
Pepsi.
No Atom Smasher.
Yeah, no, I passed on him today. I want that Dr. Fate. I'll get Cyclone and Atom Smasher at some point, but I just want that Dr. Fate, to be honest with you. That's really all I want. So, there you go. Okay. So, so Brian. Whoops, hold on. Kenneth's got a question. Enosh, my fellow Superman fan, help me. You're my only hope. How should DC films should be fixed? Do you reset, reboot, full Snyderverse, or a combination of both? Well, if you're asking me, dude, I've said it many, many times. Full Snyderverse. Finish out the other movies, then do whatever, then reboot it. If you're not gonna do Snyderverse, reboot it. It just needs to reboot it. Don't mess with it. Don't use some characters and not other characters. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just
recast, restart. That's all.
That's it. All right, Brian. Oh, I just got to show you guys one thing before we do this. All right, Brian. So I got a little creative today on TikTok.
What? Did I just hear that come out of your mouth?
Yes, I made 3 videos. Hold on. These are in succession. I put these up on Twitter today. See if you can see how these things go together, okay? So it's a story. Okay. So go with me on this.
Okay.
So I put my name in the AI generator, and this is what it gave me. This thing paints a picture.
That
It makes a
is pretty
picture
sweet.
out of whatever you type in.
Nice
So I
use
put my
of
name,
color.
and it made that.
I love
Isn't
the
that
sky
pretty?
in the background.
Isn't that pretty? It's like very cool. I dig it. It's very cool. So if I put
want to
my
know what this name generator is.
it's just a thing on TikTok that you can do. So I did that. So first I put my name and it did that. Then I decided, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put Poindexter Lounge. I put Poindexter Lounge in the AI generator and got this. Look how cool that is. Nice little lounge. That is nice. Love the colors. Definitely a place for nerds. Giancarlo Esposito is not too impressed. Ezra Miller is hiding out behind it. You know, PacMan, I don't know, he looks a little too excited. But then I thought, you know, hey, I wonder what would happen if I don't know, if I typed in like William in the Sci-Fi Center into it.
Oh no.
And I got this.
I put William Powell in the Sci-Fi Center into the AI generator, and I got this. Extra loud.
Just imagine.
Come on.
You just type William, and it just gives you.
If that really came up, that'd be hilarious. But that was good.
I found TikTok right here.
Even William laughed about it and then called me an ass. But you know,
It's pretty good.
it's still pretty funny. It's still pretty funny. All right, Brian, talk to us about space, bro.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna start this off by offering you up something to
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
whet your appetite. Okay, so
Man,
this
I
right
love
here.
Elton John.
Okay, this has nothing to do with Elton John. This book is called Rocket Man, and it's not Rocket Man.
Rocket Man.
Okay, anyways, this audio book is narrated by Darkseid himself, Ray Porter. This is a great audio book. It's about the Apollo 8 moon mission, which is very similar to the one that I'm going to be talking about today and taking off later this month. This right here is the SLS, or the Space Launch System, used to launch the Orion spacecraft into lunar orbit for the first time in 50 years. This is very significant historically speaking. Okay, going back to the moon and actually
Heck yeah.
working on the moon.
Now, are we going back to the moon, Brian? Have we ever really
Yes.
been to the moon?
Okay, I'm not even going to entertain that nonsense.
I have met people who still don't believe it, and I am just.
What's this?
All rockets are phallic, dude. Come on.
No.
But
Please
anyways,
hit that like
this-
button. Hey, if you're here, please hit that like button, man. We're going to space. We're going back to the moon.
Guys, I promise I'll be fast. I know you guys don't care. But
No,
anyways,
dude, it's the last topic of the night, dude. I'm down, and then we're gonna do
real Star
we'll do
Trek,
Collins.
fellas. No, this is the actual. This is better than the article. It actually shows the picture of how the mission is going to go down. Basically, it launches from Florida, of course.
I'm sorry, I watched Beavis and Butthead, the new one, the new revival.
Beavis and Butthead through the universe.
Oh, it was awesome.
Oh my god, that was so good.
It was awesome. It was awesome. So when you say that this is how the mission's going down.
It's like re-entry.
That, and I read this at the same time. The 1,000-word picture says it looks like a penis. So sorry.
Balls.
I'm sorry, Brian.
This
was
says-
not
Guys,
Brian.
I'm
This
gonna go to bed.
Brian. No, Brian. This was
Have
not
a
meant
good
to be a
one.
comedy thing, Brian. I am so sorry, Brian.
Don't
I'm
worry
taking
about
this
it.
absolutely serious, Brian, because I
No, we're
loved
not,
it.
but that's okay.
Brian.
It's okay.
Brian. I
Don't worry
love it.
about
It was just a funny thing, Brian. Come on.
I wasn't trying to be funny, but it's okay.
I know, but it was just funny when you said it was
It's all
going
good,
down.
man.
It was- no, I want to see the thing because I want to do this.
I
I want
closed
to
it
talk
up,
about
man.
going
We're
back to the
fine.
moon. I want to talk about going to the moon.
I don't anymore.
No, I'm serious. Like, are they actually going to go back to the moon?
Yes, in 2024 they're going to land people on the moon again.
That's
Aren't they going to
That's
like try and like
awesome!
colonize Mars?
Right, so not astronauts.
Yes, but this is the first step, guys. This is like they've been working on the Apollo capsule for years.
part of the 10-year plan.
Oh, Jesus
Why do you sound
Christ.
so down? Like we've made a couple jokes, but like this
No,
is...
I've been on the show for an hour and a half. I'm tired. But
just bring it back up,
it's
Brian.
okay. It's
bring it back
okay.
up. Bring it back up.
Bring
I
up the
have to-
picture. That actually
Bring it back up.
Now I feel bad for the Beavis and Butthead thing. Like I was gonna say, it says Johnson, but and now it's just awkwardly silent.
It's okay. I'm gonna go to bed when this is over.
Maybe one day, Mighty Max, we will visit Uranus.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, takes
I was
off
there
in
last
Florida.
week. It was kind of fun.
Goes into Earth orbit, and then it circles around and it goes to translunar injection. Yeah, injection.
Is this a satellite? Is this a satellite, or is that people in it?
This is the unmanned mission, the first one. Like most of them are, they're just trying to get the Apollo. This is the first time this has actually been in space. The thing that's different than this from previous missions is that this is an international venture. The service module is actually by the European Space Agency, and they're supposed to be building a space station around the moon. So that's supposed to help us go to Mars. So, like I said, this is the first step. They're supposed to be studying for water and ice on the moon for making rocket fuel, so we can actually get to Mars. It's a lot easier for a rocket to escape the moon's gravity as opposed to the Earth's, especially with a payload to Mars. But no, later this month, we're actually going to get to see HD pictures of the moon. Like that is something that we've never seen, and the fact that we're going to get,
like pictures
chance,
like the surface and everything, or like
yes, absolutely, they're putting HD video cameras on the orbiter, so that it'll take pictures from like 60 miles from the surface, and we haven't had that kind of picture in a long time. So I don't know. I'm really looking forward to this, and within the next few years, we could actually have people back on the moon. So I'm just saying this is actually historically significant.
Heck
because when we landed on the moon, none of us were born.
Yeah.
So like,
except for William.
No, I don't even.
William was on the dark side of the moon when it happened.
He was probably really young when it happened, but most of our parents were alive when it happened, in one way, shape, or form.
Not the first time.
I think mine
maybe.
were, but yeah.
Wow.
1969, but
Yeah.
But anyways,
yeah. My parents
Actually,
were not
yeah,
born.
yeah. I think they were. Yeah, I think they were.
yeah, this is very reminiscent of the Apollo 8 mission that we did in 1968, which that book was about.
It makes sense because it's like a figure eight here.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's kind of how we have to do it because it's like a slingshot. You slingshot yourself out of Earth's gravity, and you try to catch the moon's gravity as it's moving. It's the dynamics of getting to the moon is actually like it's pretty.
That reminds me of? That reminds me of like the slingshot thing with Star Trek 4. Like trying to do time travel. It's kind of cool.
Well, yeah, because they use the sun's gravity to propel them in time or whatever. But they use that in Star Trek Picard season 2 as well. But anyways, no, sorry, I didn't mean to. This is it. I think it's going to be really cool, and yeah,
that's awesome, man. That is freaking awesome. That's amazing. It's just really, really cool to know that we're going back to the moon, man. It's fantastic. Are you excited?
Yes, I mean I took some melatonin, so this is about as excited as I can get right now.
Because he's over here like, guys, but then you're like, We're going back to the moon.
Well, I'm tired, but it was like, it's like
Hey, you know what you're
the initial response was like, looks like a penis. Well,
I mean, it kind of does.
We didn't say that.
All
no,
rockets do, man. It's not like
But the
Bezos
left
one
one
with a
is-
head.
Well, I didn't say it looked like a penis. I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't either.
That
I
was,
just
I
said
think that was fourth
re-entry.
1,000. Fourth 1,000.
So this is going to launch out of Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
100,000 people are supposed to show up for the unmanned mission.
This is going to launch out of Florida.
That's really lame. Like the unmanned mission. Like, come on, guys. Like, let's save the 100K for when people actually go there.
No, then it'll be like 1 million.
This
It'd be
is
like 1 million
significant,
people.
man. Oh man, there's gonna be so many people trying to get to the Cape for that one, man. Oh, dude.
I mean, that's kind of cool, but I'm like, I would rather be there if I'm going to go to Florida. If I'm gonna see like a launch like this, I want people to be on there. That is something I want to be there for, not like an unmanned mission.
Well, I'm gonna put it to you
which
this
is
way.
kind of cool. Which is cool. Don't get me wrong, but that would be awesome to see. Like people, like they make like they talk and they say hi and just like this is so cool that we're doing this.
Well, see, the thing is like with anything like this, we've always done a form of unmanned first, or at least like send up a dog or a monkey.
Oh, that.
Why do we have to do that? Can't we just send up, I don't know, a bug or something?
I don't know. Ask the Russians, man. They sent a dog up there into space, and then we
the
sent
dog
a
die?
monkey. I think it did,
Probably.
yeah.
Probably.
And then
Or-
when the Soviets sent their first thing around the moon, when it came back, everything that was in it died on reentry, and there was a bunch of animals in it.
Ooh.
So like,
Well,
yeah.
that's.
I'm just saying back then it
Animal
was
that's-
trial and error, guys. They didn't really think about that. It was all about beating them commies. Like it was
And
a
we
whole,
did.
It was a whole different ball game.
At a cost.
But they were beating us till right up till the get and go, man. They had a lot of firsts, and we did not.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's better that they experiment and have all those failures and have us get the W.
Basically, no. But
I
yeah.
mean,
Anyways, this is the future, guys. This is Star Trek in action.
It kind of sucks that like it's great that we get to see the beginning of it, but it sucks that that like Axel and I will be very old by the time like like who knows what's going to happen.
2024 is when they're supposed to land.
No. When it comes to having
actually, like yeah.
having interstellar travel or something, we're never going to see that, which is going to suck so much. But
I'll probably see it.
it's what is exciting. Well, maybe you, if you're immortal, who knows?
Mhm.
Who knows what's going to happen? Like we might be cryogenically frozen and wake up in whatever year it is. But it is kind of a bummer that we won't be able to see it. But what is exciting is that we can at least have some hope and imagine what the future can be. That's the exciting part.
We're getting there, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the little steps.
But I mean, listen, I for me, I mean, I guess we could look at it and go, oh, it's a bummer that like we won't get to see like the future and like some of the crazy things that we always dreamed about and everything. But honestly, man, we have lived. I look at like me as Generation X. I look at me as having lived in one of the most pivotal times in history. To be able to go from the basics of a kid in the 70s and early 80s to the digital world, to the
Human
early
interaction.
Yeah. I mean, but to go from that to have had the best of both worlds, where I went out and we played, man, and we were safe and we were free and nobody knew where we were all day, and we just rode our bikes all day and came home, and when the street lights came on, and if you wanted to find all the kids, you just found the house that had all the bikes in front of it, because that's where we were, man. And we rode around on our bikes all day and just had a ton of fun. And then we experienced video games, and we had those, and that was freaking awesome. And so You know, so I mean, there's just to me, there's a lot to be said for the time period in which we've lived, and even people who aren't, you know, in um, Generation X. I still say it's just yeah, it's an awesome time to live right now, and to see
Yeah.
like things happen, and yeah,
Yeah,
so.
and to wonder what's going to happen next, because I imagine, you know, people centuries ago, you know, when they're looking up at the bright stars in the sky and they're like, what is out there? There
Yeah.
had to have been people who were not scientists by any means. They're like, what is that? Like, what is this? And they could only like imagine what kind of amazing things are out there. I mean, even 100 years ago, there was an old film where like a bunch of people shot up a rocket to space and they could just walk around without space suits. Like, you know, like, are you serious? Like, it's stupid now, but it's the imagination there that that the curiosity that will always be there, which will always be fascinating to all of us, no matter what generation we live in.
Well, that's why, like I said, I'm really excited. I mean, I'm a millennial. One of my first memories is watching Challenger explode. You know, so like the space program. Well, I'm just saying the space program has been a big part of my life. I mean, a tragedy can get people interested in things. You know,
Yeah.
When I was in high school, my freshman year in science class, we watched From the Earth to the Moon. The whole show. That was a great show. It was produced by Tom Hanks and Ron Howard right after Apollo 13 came out. And From the Earth to the Moon was fantastic. I mean, yeah. And then not only that, but this is the kind of stuff that brings the world together, you know, because we're just one world. And I just, there's so much possibility. So I wanted to share this with everybody because I got excited about it, and it's something that we don't necessarily talk about all the time, but it's definitely influenced by / influences a lot of the stuff that we talk about on a daily basis. So,
yeah, man.
By the way, the film I was referring to was the 1902 film, A Trip to the Moon. It's a French film.
Yeah, that's right. They
With the face in the moon, and it was really creepy. I never liked it. And I was
it reminds me of that music video from the Smashing Pumpkins, Tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I never liked that face in the moon. It was always gross.
It was creepy.
It was so creepy. It was so creepy. But just so you know, Brian, like, I know you're about to like just be like, no, we're not going to talk about it. I'm tired. But just so you know, we are very curious about it.
No,
you know, you're not alone in this venture.
Yeah, no, I'm happy about this, man. I'm really excited about this, and that's true.
How many times do we get to say we get to end on a high note?
No,
especially up there.
Right. What are my hopes? Honestly, I hope it brings everybody together. In 1968, when we flew around the moon, I mean, we didn't land, but we sent men around the moon, and that saved 1968. Okay, 1968 was a horrible year. Dude, Apollo 18 is a weird movie. That is a creepy ass movie.
Oh yeah, the heck with that movie.
I like it, but oh man, it creeped me out. I was like, this is not cool. It scares me. Stuff on the moon. But
yeah, honestly, anything related to space just creeps me out, because I would never, like, I used to as a kid be like, oh, wouldn't it be cool to go to the moon? But then I saw Gravity, and I'm like, I'm never gonna go into space ever. No, I like being on Earth where I can, you know, breathe. That's kind of a must, you know, when I travel. You know, that's like usually oxygen is free. Yeah. So no, never. But kudos to all the brave astronauts going out there. Especially the people who do the moonwalks, not like the Michael Jackson kind. Like that's lame
but the
in
legit
comparison,
ones.
and to comparison to people who actually get out there, because something can go wrong at any second, and it's so scary.
Well, shoot, dude.
What are you gonna do?
14,
You can't. It's not like if something goes wrong, you just go down to the store and buy one.
Apollo 14,
buy something to fix it.
They got lost, and they started like overexerting themselves, and it was actually like sketch of whether or not they were going to get back to the the lunar module. So it was like, yeah, there was some really touch and go moments, man. And I think, let's see, I don't know. We've done lots of experiments in lower gravity. I mean, and we've had people like on the space station for very extended periods of time. So even reduced, I mean, the moon has gravity, so I don't know. It'd be better off that way with the moon anyways. But I don't know. I feel like just, with all the strife that we have this day, something like this could bring humanity a little bit closer together instead of pulling us apart.
Who wouldn't want to play golf on the moon just to like come back to Earth and be like, hey, I played golf on the moon.
That's right. Alan Shepard did that.
Yeah. And now we can have like a golf course on the moon. Like, wouldn't that be so cool?
But
like,
you lose your ball because unless you use the colored ball.
True.
Yeah,
you have
well,
to use
of course it would have to be.
You lose your ball in space anyways.
True. It wouldn't come down.
No, maybe it's just a driving range.
Longest
700-foot drives, monster shots, just boom, boom.
Imagine
barely tapping
one guy gets like a hole in one all the way to the dark side of the moon.
Baseball on the moon.
Yeah, like playing catch, and just somebody's like, like something like that. That'd be fun. You just imagine, like, the activities people could do.
Yeah, so much more room for activities.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's what
There's so much room for activities.
This command module has. The Orion command module has a lot more room.
Imagine if there's like kids like who are on the moon for whatever reason, and then they are like playing kickball or something.
They accidentally take their helmet off, and
or like one of the bullies is like, "Ha ha," and then they're just, yeah.
Something I'll have to work out on the way there, man.
Yeah. I would never put children in space. Ever.
No.
No.
Star Trek: The Next Generation did it. They seem to work out okay.
No.
Waiting, baby.
Don't put the wrong people, the wrong kids in space. No.
But the mature kids and mature.
No, just people who won't like just deactivate the other kid's helmet just because
What if you got to sneeze, or like what if you're thirsty, or what if you need to scratch your eye? Like, what do you do?
Rub your face against the
like
glass.
Superman
maybe
2.
Just like,
Low gravity for everyone.
Where is this Houston?
Yeah, imagine kids who are like
as I look
space.
west over East Houston, and I see the destruction before me. No, put it down. Who is watching this? Well, with their satellite hook up the entire planet. The entire planet Houston? Earth. The entire planet Earth. You may continue. The horrible unfolding. If the whole planet is watching, why don't we give them something interesting? Yes. Put down your weapons and surrender. I'm beginning to be bored with these humans. Why don't you blow them a kiss? Destruction, helicopters in barns. Boom, boom. Thank you. Superman 2, ladies and gentlemen. Where's integrity when I need him?
I love that. I love that part, dude. When they did the stuff on the moon, I love that. That was like my favorite part of the whole movie.
I tore those metal fibers like they were paper.
Man, it has been years since I've seen Superman 2.
Yeah, I have to look and watch that one.
Did he say that he saw a curl? I thought he said no. Did he say he saw a girl? I thought he said a curl. What's a curl? No one like the old Canaveral people used to call like a comet within.
Is this from the movie?
Usually trajectory. How
Yeah,
am I
it's
supposed to
like-
know?
That sounds like a Family Guy skit.
No, it's Superman 2, man. It's the dialogue
Holy-
in Superman 2, man. It's hilarious.
Holy crap. I understood that reference.
Yes, it's Superman 2. Apparently in Superman 2, no one can hear you scream, Donovan, but you can have a meaningful conversation with your two Kryptonian friends about your strengths. Yes.
And
It's like
don't
that
forget,
part on
I mean,
Avatar.
how do you think the conversation with Zod and all them went when they got arrested by the Arctic police? It's like the
Shut up about the
Ryan
Arctic
Johnson.
police.
Shut up! No!
The Arctic police don't count.
I didn't do it. I was innocent. I was framed.
No, I'm just saying, like that must have been like a really awkward like ride to the jail.
How did I even get there? That's so stupid.
It's the Fortress of Solitude, man. It's supposed to be a secret.
You will bow down before me, Jor-El, and then one day your heirs, Jor-El. Thank you, Enosh for Zod. Thank you. In the reboot,
Man, I'm telling you.
in the rebooted DCEU, please just bring back Zod one more time and just let me play Zod. There you go.
There you go.
All right, shall we open it up for a half hour of call-ins?
Sure.
Not.
Sounds good.
You guys, does the panel want to answer some questions? So, I'm sure people have lots of questions out there. So,
There's
here,
so much to question.
join the conversation. You get 5 minutes. If you would like to ask a question, you get 5 minutes with the panel. That's how we're going to do it. I will say this just up front. People who are members or regularly, give super chats or Patreon, they will get, they will be, placed in order that way. But everybody is welcome. The link is in the description. You are welcome to join, and let's talk.
Yeah, we played the waiting game.
Yeah, we play the waiting. See how long it takes. There's somebody somebody's always sitting there going, "Oh, I wonder if they're going to drop the link, drop the link."
Yeah, sometimes me.
This is genuinely serious.
Thousand foot.
I did-
I'm just always going to call him the same thing. But 1,000-word picture says, I'm on my work computer. I would love to call in.
Yeah, just do it on work.
I did want to make a quick announcement, then I'm going to bounce real
All
quick.
right, what is your announcement, sir?
I am starting a fantasy football league for us streamers. So I think it would be kind of fun. One of my favorite shows was The League.
Yes.
And I think it would be kind of fun to do like a weekly wrap up, to talk about the head-to-head matchups and, how things went down. So it would be kind of fun to do something like that. So anyways, if you're interested, let me know. I started it out with 10 people, but I can go all the way up to 20. So I think it would be kind of fun, especially for draft day.
I have no clue how to play fantasy football, but sure.
Don't you have to watch football?
No,
I do watch football, but
I just if it makes you feel any better, I just joined a family league, just earlier this summer, and I have no idea what I am doing at all. And I'm just gonna be there for the ride. Like, you don't have to do anything once you do the draft and everything.
Basically,
and you don't
just
have
make sure
to
you
do
have a
anything.
roster set, and make sure that like the people aren't injured, stuff like that.
Yeah, you can
all
just
that'll
do a
be in there.
random. You
Yeah.
can do a random one and like see what happens.
Mm-hmm. I've done it a few times in the past, but it's fun to do, and I think it would be kind of cool for like, camaraderie type stuff. I think we'd enjoy all that.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah.
Especially if you're not a sports fan, because you're not invested, you like as much, and you won't take it as seriously. Like, it
This just in. Giant freaking robot just dropped something. You want to see it? Here we go.
You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
All right, here we go. Giant freaking robot reporting right now.
Right now?
Earlier today. I just saw it.
Oh.
Dwayne Johnson is going to be made an official advisor to the new vision of DC comic book adaptations and will be heavily involved in helping guide its future.
You laugh, but I could actually see this happening.
I know, right? Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad?
Would that be sad though?
Well,
It'd be very sad. I would be bummed, man. Because
remember the Black Adam DC universe.
But what does Dwayne Johnson know about, like?
Well, remember, advisor doesn't mean much. Just means he would be a consultant. They'd be like, "Hey, we're gonna
we put his name on it. Yay! Look what we did. We did the thing."
Hey guys, love you. I'm gonna take off.
All right, love you too, buddy.
Bye, Brian.
The question of when and how Dwayne Johnson would join the world of comic book film adaptations was finally answered with the announcement of the introduction of Black Adam to the DC Extended Universe 2014. What? Nearly a decade later, we are finally about to see Dwayne Johnson in action as the fallen champion of Shazam. But it seems that is not all the stars up to at DC Films. According to our trusted and proven sources, Dwayne Johnson is going to be made an official advisor to the new vision of DC comic book adaptations and will be heavily involved in helping guide its future.
I just went downstairs to get some cookies, and my dad is watching Grease. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I know.
For a while, it seemed like Warner Brothers was planning on focusing their releases around the HBO Max stream, blah, blah, blah. They're not really, well, it doesn't really say anything about anything.
Yeah, that's what these articles do. They don't talk about anything.
It's literally like we just said something that our proven sources say. And
they say stuff we already know.
Then, like,
about.
here's the stuff. Here's
so
the
hold
stuff.
on. So you're telling me that the DC head? Wait, so are they implying the DC head maybe The Rock?
It's this big head right here. It's what it is.
No, it's just another way for The Rock to make money.
That's literally all he's about. He's gonna post. He posted the post-credit scene of Super Pets.
Did you see Super Pets?
Is that new animated?
You want a spoiler for Super Pets? Have you seen Super Pets, RJ?
I mean, I haven't, but like he already spoiled it.
Have you seen? Oh, that's right. He spoiled it, right? So yeah. So I'm not. So I'm good. He's in it.
He's gonna spoil the Black Adam.
Black Adam is in Super Pets.
Well, he voices Black Adam's dog and Black Adam.
I know. Well, in one scene, yeah. I mean, it's three Dwayne Johnsons talking to himself. That's his idea. That's his idea of a good movie, anyways. He's the only person in the movie.
And why is Black Adam there? Like, is it just?
Yeah, well, he just shows up at the end. Like, it's dumb.
Yeah, it teases Superman versus Black Adam.
Whatever. That's so dumb, though. Nobody thought it teased them fighting. Like, it's just stupid.
Well, it's at least you get some kind of Superman interaction.
The funny thing is I almost missed it. Is the funny thing. I sat there and I almost walked out because I had to pee, and my buddy Andrew, who was with me, walked out already. And then I watched it. I was walking out and I saw it, and I came back and I watched it. And then I walked out and I saw him and I said, "Andrew, you missed it. Black Adam shows up." And I realized how that sounded. It sounded like I was just making it up. And he goes, "Sure, Enosh." And I'm like, "No, seriously, Andrew, Black Adam shows up at the end." And he's like, "Whatever." And I'm like, "No, man, The Rock shows up as Black Adam at the end of Super Pets." And he's like, "No, he doesn't." And I'm like, "Yes, I am really not messing with you. It is absolutely true." And he's like, "Shut up, Enosh. No, he doesn't." And I'm like, "Yes, he shows up with his dog, and they have this whole thing, and then the dog chases the squeaky thing, away."
Yeah,
so
the Batman squeaky toy.
He's like, "Stop, Enosh." And I'm like, so I had to get out my phone and I had to prove it to him, like by looking it up, like because he was not believing me because I could understand, and I could understand why it sounded that way. So, all right. So we're only gonna do a half-hour call-in. So if you want to call in, get in. We got a couple people back there. We're gonna do like 5 minutes or so, and so get to your question. And we will try to answer all questions because I have here a crack ace team of Super Pets in the back. No, okay. So I mean, we got the Justin proper here. So I mean, like all things will be answered. And Axel's eating something, and
I'm eating cookies. Yeah.
Who knows what RJ's doing? I don't know, but you know what? We're here, and we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. He's there. Okay. First of all, we got Kenny Crowley Jr. What's up, Kenny?
Hey, Enosh, how you doing, you guys?
Doing good, man. Doing
Okay.
good.
Hi.
What
What-
in the blue heck is going on with DC films at WB? I mean,
We don't know. Thanks for calling. No, I'm Nobody knows, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody knows, man.
and I've been hearing a lot of from on a lot of other streams and whatnot, and I heard David Pena made a good point. He said with the Cavill stuff with Superman, I keep hearing that, well, Zach was going to get to, the Superman character-wise that I love, the more happy, all shut, ski jolly. But it took too long. It took too long to get there. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think it took too long, Kenny. I think the problem is that like we should have just been there by now. Like I don't think he was ever going to be like, oh gee golly. I don't think he was ever going to be like that.
Yeah.
He was going to be a brighter, having gone through, the trials of becoming Superman.
Yeah, that's what I mean. More the
Yeah.
trials of becoming Superman.
Yeah, and
listen, I know some people don't like Tyler's version of Superman. Fine, whatever. But what I liked about that is that he has a good balance of, the Superman that's kind of like an action Superman and a Superman that cares about everybody in the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess for me, like the thing is, Kenny, is that they were going to get to a point where Superman was going to have earned his place in the world, earned his, earned that, more positive, outlook on it, right?
Yeah.
So, but the thing is that in that, it would have still been serious. It would have still been him being, it wouldn't have been the OG golly. We're never. I mean, I don't know if that's what you really like. I kind of hope we never go back to, because I just don't feel that that's believable.
Yeah,
He's not that character anymore.
No. So what I don't mean like that. I mean like have a combination of an action Superman, and sprinkle in a little bit of that. I'm not saying make it all campy and whatnot. I'm just saying you have to have the right mix. The right mix of a.
Yeah, I mean, look, everybody likes something different, right? And so the problem, Kenny, with the whole thing is like, it's not Zack Snyder's fault. Everybody wants to blame Zack Snyder, but the reality is that if Warner Brothers had just finished, Zack was never trying to make something like Marvel where it was going to go on for 2 decades. That was never the plan. The plan was a 5-movie arc, and then whatever they wanted to do after, they could reboot it through the Flash, do a Flashpoint thing.
I think they had different intentions. I think when they were planning this out, they thought it was going to be a lot longer than it was. I don't think there was good communication on that front.
Maybe it wasn't good communication, or maybe it was them thinking that they could force the hand, in the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe it was the studio who was saying, "Oh, we want this to be the next MCU," and then Zack's like, "Well, I don't really know if I have that in mind. I just have these ideas, and let's see where they go. And if somebody wants to take the mantle afterwards, cool."
Yeah. But even so, then they should have made a Superman movie again.
Yeah. Now, Enos, I got a question for you.
Okay.
If they continue with Henry, or if they say reboot it with another actor, how would you want Supergirl introduced in the universe? Would you do like film number 2, film number 3, maybe even film number 4?
I don't think Supergirl needs to be in there anytime soon. I think if you reboot it, like, stop. I just don't want to, Kenny. I don't want them to get ahead of themselves, and that's the problem that I've had with Warner Brothers for so long.
Yeah.
Is they can't wait. They feel like they gotta, they're tripping over themselves. It seems to throw characters at us instead of throwing good stories at us.
Yeah.
And Supergirl is somebody who comes later. Superman's established. Even in the Arrowverse, you had a Superman who had been around for 10 years. And then, Kara, before Kara revealed herself, I guess, right? I mean, Kara did come as a young girl in there, and that's fine, right? Raised by the Danvers and stuff like that's fine. But I don't think that we need to see a Supergirl until much later. I mean, get a maybe
I would
3
at least
movies
wait
in.
for a second movie.
I mean,
Earliest.
at least have 2 movies where it's just Superman, and then maybe in a third. But I mean, to me, it's something I would put off as long as I could put it off.
Enosh, before I go, I have 2 more things, but before I go, I'll ask you this question: how would you like to? Here's my idea for Superman trilogy, for 3 films, for all seasons, Brainiac, and then you end the trilogy with All-Star Superman.
I mean, you're killing off the character.
Well,
you're killing off the character. I mean, you're just doing 3 and done, and that means that Superman can't exist in your world unless you replace him. And I mean, that's kind of, you could do that in the MCU, I guess. But like, I think now, I mean, with a 10-year plan, I think they're looking more to kind of probably mimic the Marvel
yeah,
way of doing things, and I don't think that they're going to want to get rid of their Superman. I mean, look, All-Star Superman's an amazing story. Don't get me wrong.
Like Elseworlds movie, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that movie should almost be just like a standalone in of itself. I mean, I mean, this has never been done. What if you establish your Superman, you have him live and active and stuff, but then you do just like a standalone movie where you flash forward to the end of that Superman's life? The only problem with that is that you take away all tension for all movies because Superman's all right.
yeah, I got this in the mail last week. This is Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. This is by Tom King.
Okay.
Now, I like Tom King. He's a great writer. I like him mostly on standalone stories, but I thought this was pretty interesting. It's basically Supergirl meets True Grit. It's that kind of story. And I just want to say, in the story, there is panels where she's drinking. Okay, but it's a fun story.
Where she's drinking?
Yeah.
Does she get drunk?
Literally, yeah.
How?
Well, I will show you.
Does she lose her powers or something?
Is it like alien?
She's affected by a red sun, basically, in the beginning of the film.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's got amazing art. Here's some of the art right here. I thought it was a really great story. It's probably the best Supergirl comic story I've read since Supergirl being Super. Now, was like more of like a coming of age story, but this is in continuity. Because DC right now is doing this whole Dark Crisis thing. I read the first 3 issues of Dark Crisis. It's not bad. It's just okay, but I like the art.
Cool. Cool, man. Cool. Well, hey, we got some more people in the back there, so we do have to get to move it along. But hey, man, thank you, Kenny.
Thank you, Rush.
I love you, man. Thank you, buddy, for being a good guy and for always watching and commenting and we touch base all the time. So thanks for being around, buddy. Oh, there he goes. Okay. And let's see. Hey, somebody who's I don't think he's ever been actually on the show before. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program, Fourth 1000. What's up, Fourth 1000?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man, look, we put a face with a name. Look at that face. There it is.
What's going on? Good first time being on the Poindexter Lounge.
Heck yeah, man. Welcome.
Look a lot more handsome than that,
Yes.
that walrus.
Walrus.
So I've been
Tusk.
What did you call? So I just watched the Prey movie. I'm not sure how many of you have, but none of my.
I saw it. I saw it.
I've not seen it yet. I've not seen it. I've not had a chance.
It's awesome.
Is it
so good? It's freaking awesome.
It's really good.
It's really good.
I was surprised.
I was worried what would happen if the Predator had another stinker on its hand, another bomb or an ill-received movie. I don't think we would have got another one for maybe 10 years or so.
Right.
So they really pulled it through with this one. I was really happy and just really surprised. The fighting scenes are amazing in that movie.
All I'll say is the trapper scene.
The trap. Yeah, people were talking about the bear scene, and I'm going to try to speak, without giving any spoilers or anything for those who haven't seen it. But people kept hyping the bear scene, and I saw it was cool. It was all right.
Nah, that bear scene doesn't compare to the trapper scene.
That goes 100. That part is amazing.
No, there's a certain part. Oh man, I
There's a
won't
certain
say it
part-
here, but
You can be cryptic.
well, it's no, I can't be cryptic because it happens towards the end, and it's not who you think perpetrates the injury, whatever, like that. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
I was like, oh my goodness.
Okay, maybe it's a little too cryptic for me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, but RJ, you get what?
Yeah,
I'm
I got
talking
it. I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Just say it one more time.
It's
Somebody causes an injury to somebody that you think is one thing, but it's not. It turned out to be somebody using something.
Oh, okay,
At the
okay,
very
okay.
end. Yeah.
And did you stay through the or did you watch the credits, the little
The
drawing?
animated stuff
I did. Yeah.
that they were teasing a sequel.
Well, I don't know if does it tease a sequel or, and so no, not trying to give anything away. Does it paint a grim fate? Because a certain object winds back in the hands of some.
I think it's either teasing a sequel or letting you know, like explaining, like this is just the beginning because you have to explain how that object gets where it gets to. So yeah,
I took a pessimistic side to it, but I like your angle a lot better. But yeah, I know this movie it was really good. There's just one portion that like really got me all jazzed up because I like something. There's a cinematic thing that I like when a hero forges a weapon, whether it's like Nicolas Cage making the axe in Mandy or Sigourney Weaver putting two guns together in Aliens. And when the character forges that really cool thing with the axe, that was awesome.
Yeah, it's a really, really, really good movie.
Yeah.
Do I need to watch the other Predator movies to understand?
No, this is pretty standalone. I mean, you could jump into this
okay.
not know anything
Good.
about Predator, and you can jump right in.
You could argue part two, but just for one thing that can easily be explained to you by a friend.
I mean, ideally, if you're a fan, like you really should watch the first two movies, but you don't need to.
Yeah, you know what? Not even that. Watch the Arnold classic and then go to this one. You'll be fine.
And then go to the 2018 one.
No, don't watch the 2018.
I'm kidding.
How many are there now? Are there 4 or 5?
Predator 2. Do you count the AVP ones? I don't.
Technically, you're supposed to, but I don't count them.
No, the first one was PG-13. What a big letdown. What a big F up. Like, seriously. Making a Alien versus Predator movie
I still maintain that
PG-13.
I still maintain that Predators with Adrian Brody. It's a really good movie.
No, it really is. It just didn't answer the big question that was in my mind when I was watching. How did they get off the planet?
It's just I saw that 2018 one in theaters. I'm like, oh, Predator.
I
movie,
was so
okay.
disappointed because it's Shane
Like,
Black
what?
directing, and Shane Black typically doesn't make bad movies, and it was just so bad.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
You know what? Every good director can have a fuck up.
No, I know, but it's like on paper, that should have been great,
I
probably
know. And wasn't he in the first one?
Yes, he was in the first one, yeah.
Well, okay.
So, I don't know. That's just I'm still writing it feel good from having watched the Prey movie. It was really good. Recommended it to anybody. Actually, I subscribed to Hulu just to watch it. And I don't know.
Yeah, I have the Disney bundle, so I add Hulu anyway. But it's a worthy movie to get that subscription for.
Oh yeah. I mean, definitely, it's a great standalone film. But what was? I want to ask you a question because, like, it was because I know you're only on for a little bit of time. How would I mean? Do you fourth? Do you think that Arnold would ever come back? Is that something that you want to see?
He had that moment where he was just taking on projects that were just like I think right after he finished his governor run, and I thought that would have been the time that he would have done it. Now,
too many Terminator movies. Ugh.
Yeah.
Wrong franchise, brother.
I don't know if he's starring in anything these days. Is he coming back? I know they're doing another Expendables. I'm not sure if he's gonna have a cameo in that, but
Are they gonna do another one?
with Megan Fox as the
Yeah, sadly, they're doing another Expendables.
Why is that sad? I think that's great. Like as long as it's
Because I think the Expendables movies have gotten worse as they've gone on. I didn't like the last one.
Oh, the third one?
Yeah, the third one wasn't very good.
Didn't that have Harrison Ford?
Which movies are we talking about? So
Expendables.
The Expendables.
Oh, I thought they haven't made one in like years or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's been
been like 10 years.
I think that one had Antonio Banderas in it.
Yeah, I think they're throwing Antonio Banderas in it. Yeah,
I thought he was the highlight of that one. Aside from that,
I feel like they're running out of 80s action stars.
Well, the thing that sucks about this new Expendables movie is that Terry Crews isn't coming back. They didn't write him back.
No, I love Terry.
yeah. Well.
Okay.
So what you mean, Ash? You're pretty quiet. I know you.
Well, I haven't seen the movie. The movie, so
Yeah, me
I
too.
can't. I can't really speak too much for the for Prey. And honestly, I haven't seen anything since I think I saw Aliens versus Predator, and I was done. I didn't watch. I didn't.
Oh, you didn't like that one either.
No, I didn't like that one. I liked.
You haven't seen Predators? Adrian Brody?
Nope, I have not seen Predators. No, I have not seen.
I kind of want to watch that. I just looked that one up and I'm like, ooh, maybe I'll watch that.
Yeah, I have not. I have not seen Predators.
I didn't see Predators. I didn't see Predator 2. I just saw the first one. I saw Prey, and then that's all I needed. And you know what's so funny is that with this movie, it's like, you know, you have a female lead. She's a badass Native American warrior. And that's the kind of thing that, you know, I guess what you would say my side of YouTube would be flipping out about.
They have been flipping out. It's been embarrassing.
Have they? Have they?
Yeah,
really?
it's been really embarrassing. Yeah.
Why?
Because they don't have dicks, though. So I don't know.
It seems like
I heard one has an average size, an above average ween or whatever. I don't know, but that's an ongoing joke. But
What now?
look, at the end of the day, it's just like, come on, guys.
How do you know that?
Yeah.
Oh no, it was a recurring joke that Jeremy said on his live streams. That's all.
Okay, that's great. I don't need to know that.
Okay. Yeah, but at any rate, it's like I get annoyed. I get annoyed when, you know, like they look for things. I'm like, come on, guys, let's give movies a chance, please.
Yeah,
right.
I listened to Critical Drinker's review of it, and you can tell that well, you can't tell, but I assume it feels like he likes it more than he wants to let on, but he has to maintain.
Oh, absolutely. Critical Drinker. Okay, here's the funny thing about him, right? He tweeted something about like, man, Prey's boring. This movie's like not all that. This movie's overhyped. This is blah, blah, blah. It has woke pandering. Then he does his review. It's not that bad. It's okay.
Yeah, it was a pretty...
Yeah, it's got some woke moments in it still, but you know, it's not that bad. It's a serviceable film.
It's
But
got some moments with
because
women.
he
so
got
it's bad.
eviscerated on Twitter. He got eviscerated on Twitter. Now it's like he feels like he's like reeling it back. Like he's trying to still be negative, but like be positive. Because like Prey's such an objectively good movie, you really can't argue that it's like woke because it's not.
Yeah,
you know, but they're trying so hard to like say that it is. It's really
just
weird.
an excuse to say, "Oh, we can't have women." I'm like,
Well, I don't know about that as much as it's just, you know, like where can you find the flaws in the main character? You know, we like
On the
main
ground.
characters who have flaws, you know, or at least some sort. But it's just, I don't know. I just like the movie. I thought it was great. You know, and I can't help that. You know, and so what sucks is that when you have an audience that are predetermined to expect you to hate anything remotely, you know, when it comes to this kind of stuff, when you see it and they actually like it, and when they challenge their audience, that becomes sort of a risk, you know, because a lot of them make a living off of this. So, you know, that's where it becomes tricky. And that's why I'm happy that I don't make a living off of YouTube so much. Because it feels like they have to compromise sort of their actual opinions versus what they want their their audience is expecting. Maybe that's another challenge that maybe we don't even understand. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I give him his credit though for when he does his recommends. He's usually pretty spot on with those. Like so far, they've all been pretty great. But when he gets into like the whole woke stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I think Critical Drinker has like a good mind when he does actual reviews, but when he talks about like the politics or woke stuff, it's just like you're so much better than that. Like if you really just want to articulate like your thoughts and stuff, I think you'd be so much better like avoiding all these topics. But it is what it is, you know.
The old into brand now. So, well, yeah, I think that's all I had that was on my mind.
Okay,
great show. You guys have all done a great job, and thank you for all the entertainment tonight.
Hey man, thank you, man. Hey, you know what? 4,000. I got a box of cereal that's coming your way. I apologize. I have been so stinking busy. I apologize. I got to send out like 3 different things, and that is absolutely on me. And I apologize.
Yeah, hurry up, send it before that cereal expires.
I know.
Yeah, what kind of cereal? What kind of cereal is it?
It's Skeletor. It's Skelegod. Now I have the power cereal. So.
Oh man, I thought it was like Fruit Loops or something like
Fruit Loops.
No, it's not Geeks and Gamer cereal. It's not Geeks and Gamer cereal.
Well,
hey, what's wrong with being a little fruity every now and then?
Well, you tell me. Ask Bob Ross back behind you there.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob.
I was saying, do I eat the cereal?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna go on camera, but they're back to their usual stuff.
I don't know, man. So in the cereal, there's supposed to be a toy. There's supposed to be like one of those world's smallest action figures. So I think it's either He-Man, Tila, or Skeletor is in there.
All right. So. Well, what would you do? Would you open it? Should I? I don't know. I don't want to compromise.
I would open. You know, well, see, you know what? I would probably open it just because I don't think it's gonna be like classic. Like there's people like who have old Batman cereal and they sell the box for $20 or whatever. You know, like it's more of a conversation piece. If you want to eat the cereal, I would eat the cereal. I'd get the toy out and then I would display the box. That's what I would do.
If it's that tiny, don't accidentally eat it.
True.
I've made that mistake before. No,
really?
I'm kidding. I haven't. No.
Oh.
It would explain a few things.
You made a mistake and ate the tiny one, huh?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me on, Enosh.
Hey, Fourth 1000, it is great to have you on, buddy. You are welcome anytime, my friend. And thank you for being a part of the lounge.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, bro. Thanks, man. All right, moving right
was
along.
Awesome.
That was a great call. I loved getting to meet him. I mean, you guys spent all that time talking about Predator and everything, but you know, hey, it's still cool to meet him because I love Fourth 1000. So you know, we're forever gonna call him Fourth 1000. It's always gonna be Fourth 1000 because when you go that long calling somebody, you just change your name to 1,000-word picture. All right, coming up next, we got Peter Rabbit's Defender. What's up, Peter Rabbit's Defender?
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh, so it's sync up already. The last time it's like, you know, it's so out of sync.
What's that?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Yep.
The last time I called into your stream is so, you know, out of sync.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, sorry for the delay the last time.
Oh, no, you're good, man. You are good.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good.
Have you guys talked about the Les Grossman spin-off movie that got developed by?
We have not. We have not.
Tom Cruise is making this big big plays with Christopher McQuarrie.
Yeah.
I think that's the only move after Maverick.
Yeah. He has 3 projects already in the development.
Yeah, he's gonna do a musical. He's gonna do a Les Grossman movie and something else.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
Why doesn't he just do a Les Grossman musical?
I mean, maybe he will.
I mean, his character in Rock of Age is quite good. You know, he's good in Rock of Age.
Oh, Rock of Ages.
Yeah, Rock of Age. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no. That's yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen Rock of Ages.
I haven't seen it. I've seen parts of it. No, you know what? I take it back. I have seen it. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. I forgot that I saw it.
you
I
saw
did
that?
see it.
Oh yeah.
I did in fact see it. Yes, I did.
Yeah, I mean, his character is kind of saved the whole movie, but the movie is just like, you know, doesn't worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you like Rock of Ages?
Yeah, it's, you know, I like some of it. I like when Tom Cruise appeared in the movie, but it's kind of silly, you know, for the whole movie.
Oh yeah. I mean, musicals are silly to begin with. I mean, you have a bunch of people like
It's quite like it's probably one of the worst musical I've seen, you know, in my lifetime. Yeah, I would go that far.
Okay, but you still enjoyed Tom Cruise though, so you're a big Tom Cruise fan.
Yeah, when he did good, he's amazing in this.
Oh yeah, so like you being a big Tom Cruise fan, what are your top 3 favorite Tom Cruise movies? I'm curious.
I have to go with the Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, the first one. Sorry, the first movie is Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, and then Tropic Thunder, and then Collateral.
What was the last one?
Collateral.
Oh, Collateral.
Collateral.
Yeah, Collateral.
Oh man, those are good choices. My favorite is Rain Man.
Gosh, man, what would mine be? My favorite Tom Cruise movie. What was the one where he's like in the future?
Oblivion.
Oblivion. I like Oblivion a lot, actually. I like Tropic Thunder. I don't think that counts though as a Tom Cruise movie. I mean,
he steals the show. It's the Tom Cruise movie.
I had no idea that was him in the end. Oh yeah, I had no idea that was him.
You sound embarrassed. By the way, I didn't know that was Iron Man in the movie either.
Yeah, I mean,
well, no, that's
I don't know, man. Gosh, man, I like Top Gun. I actually like Risky Business a lot. Yeah, Risky Business is really good.
What about Austin Powers? Does that count?
Yes.
Austin Powers.
No, he was in the.
No, this is the cameo.
The third one.
It counts.
It counts.
Is he in Austin Powers?
Yeah, the cameo where they're making the Austin Powers movie. He played Austin Powers in the movie within the movie.
Oh yeah. No, I wouldn't say that counts. No, I wouldn't say that counts.
Just take that in isolation.
This isn't a movie.
Yeah, that doesn't count. You know, when I think like a Tom Cruise movie, it's got to be like a Tom Cruise movie. You know, a movie that Tom Cruise is actually.
What about The Mummy?
I haven't seen The Mummy. Have you seen? I haven't seen The Mummy.
Listen, I saw The Mummy. I remember going to see it in theaters, and I will just say this: it was so disappointing because I know Tom Cruise can be so much better. And to me, I think the biggest issue with that movie was the directing. I think Alex Kurtzman didn't do a good job directing that film, and the script was really bad. It was so focused on trying to set up a monster universe that it forgot to make a good movie. Like, literally, there's a whole segment of the movie where Tom Cruise gets, like, introduced to, like, Dr. Jekyll, played by Russell Crowe. It's just, like, a giant Easter egg room where they try and explain that there's, like, basically, like, the S.H.I.E.L.D. version of monsters. Where it's like, we're the government organization that takes care of all these supernatural threats. I'm just like, oh my god, like, stop trying to, like, focus on building, just make a good movie. But
That's only just one scene, right?
It's like the entire middle chunk of the movie is dedicated to that whole S.H.I.E.L.D. room. It's really bad.
I mean,
it was so preoccupied setting up a universe, it forgot to make a good movie, and that's why it failed.
Oh yeah, Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow is really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
I mean, I was on the edge of my seat for that one.
Oh yeah.
You're on the edge of your seat for Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Cocktail, Born on the 4th of July. Was
You
really
like
good.
cocktail, or do you just like cock?
Why not both? What's
I mean,
wrong with that?
I feel like you like Doomcock.
Somebody say
I've been cordial with him. Why not? Yeah. But no, the bartender movie with Tom
No?
Hanks. Ah! No, when he's a bartender.
That's Cocktail.
I really
That's
like
Cocktail.
that.
Yeah,
With,
it's Cocktail.
with Elizabeth Shue. That was good.
Hey, this is a
Um,
random question. I'm trying to think. Have Tom Hanks and Tom Cruise ever been in a movie together?
That'd be cool.
Probably there should be a movie with all the Toms. Like,
Oh
No, I'm just trying
that
to
would
think
be
of like
so
if Tom
many.
Cruise and Tom Hanks ever been in a movie together.
Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, Tom Hiddleston, Tom Holland,
Tom Welling,
C. Thomas Howell,
Tom Selleck.
Oh,
Tom
Tom
Selleck.
Tom Hiddleston, Tom Hardy.
Didn't I say that? Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hardy, Tom Welling.
Yes.
I already said Tom Hardy. Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
No, just Tom, just the cat.
No
Jerry's
Jerry,
not
just
invited
Tom.
this time.
Was he ever really? I mean,
Hey, Inash, can I ask you something?
you can.
Yeah. Do you think that the speculation from John Campbell said that Ezra Miller is already out from the Flash? After he's already out, but the movie hasn't came out. Do you think is that true?
No. Nope.
Really?
Nope. I don't think yet. No. I think that they are committed to the movie. I think that they're in waiting mode. Ezra has been in whatchamacallit, not therapy. He's been
I mean, like he's still in the movie, but I mean, after this movie, and then he just out.
I don't know that decision has been made necessarily yet. It's possible that it's been made, but it's also possible. Like I said this the other night, and I know this is not popular, and I know that this is not what anybody wants to hear. It's not what I want to hear, right? Like seriously, it's definitely not what I want to hear. I want the Snyderverse to continue, absolutely 100%. In the same token, I feel like this Flash movie could be being used to just bring the entire thing to an end and then reboot it. And I absolutely disagree with William when he says that that they may somehow hang on to some characters and some not or whatever. Like I don't agree with that. So it is what it is, but I hope that I don't know, man. I hope that it's wrong. I hope that they do something, but I'm very, very concerned that it won't. I'm very concerned. I'm very concerned that it's just going to be used as a jumping off point to just go, hey, we're done. Thanks for the memories. Thanks for the time. But
here's to the future.
Here's to the future. And like I said, I know nobody wants to hear that, and I don't want to hear that necessarily.
Listen, it'd be smart. It would be smart. I mean, listen, I'm not saying that's what they should do, but it'd be smart.
I mean, I hear a lot of people.
You have the perfect movie and the perfect excuse to say goodbye and end the current story, and then do something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would love for them to end it in a way that they could bring it back. I don't know, but I mean, now if you believe certain scoopers, they've decided that the Snyderverse is where they're going. So. What do you think?
Well, Snyder, Zaslav has decided he wants to continue the timeline. He's not going to reboot; he's just going to continue the timeline because the Flash technically is set in the Snyderverse because it exists in the world where Barry went back in time and saved everyone at the end of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yes.
So I mean, technically, we're going to continue that timeline. Maybe I don't know what that
or
means.
An adjacent to that maybe. Kinky Spinkter. No, I'm not going to go to bed.
I heard that there's a rumor that Dylan O'Brien gonna replace him. He was funny in. Have you seen Not Okay on Hulu?
Have you seen what?
Not Okay from Hulu.
No, I have not. No, I have
Yeah,
not.
he's funny in it, but it just feel like if they doing like the separate universe, I think he's gonna be a very good Flash. But I mean, if he's still in the the Snyderverse, I feel like it's not gonna work like that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is just my opinion, but I honestly don't see a world in which after this movie comes out they keep Ezra Miller, regardless of whatever. I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean,
So the problem with Ezra Miller is, no, I'm just kidding.
I mean, that's just my. I mean, it's just a lot going on. There's just a lot going on. I mean, I don't want to go on. I don't want to go on a whole tirade. I'm just saying, like, this was like the worst timing for something like this to happen, because you have the entire industry who's still pissed off about what happened to Batgirl, and then you add this. It just adds more fuel to the fire. And the conversation.
But I will say this too. I saw something, and listen, you know,
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying
no. I know, but like we've talked about this a few times. Like the timing is really weird on it, to be honest with you, because right as Warner Brothers has said, "Hey, we're committed to the Flash, and we're going to go forward with it,"
then the charge goes public.
Then this charge goes public, right? Like there's just weird stuff surrounding it, and I don't know what, I don't know what all it is, but you know what I mean. It's just. It's just kind of weird. It's just kind of weird to me, the way that that some of this stuff, goes down. So it just is. So
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what to make of it sometimes. To be quite honest with you, I just don't know what to make of it sometimes.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I mean, like I said, it's not even just the fact of like the timing in regards to just being weird. It's just really bad timing because it just adds more fuel to a fire that was like slowly, like not that it was died out completely, but it was slowing down a little, and then it just kicks everything back up, and now everyone's like, well, you canceled Batgirl, so why are you not canceling this movie, and why are you not doing this, and what's
it's like Aquaman 2 DOA, The Flash DOA. Well, not entirely, but there's controversies in both films, and then maybe this film could have had a little bit of hope. You made the movie already, and then nothing. Like, how bad was this movie?
Listen, I mean that's kind of like listen. Okay, Flash has to be like the most amazing movie ever for them to still be hanging on to this thing. If you really think about it, like this has got to be the most amazing comic book movie ever in their eyes, because I have no clue how they're hanging on to it at this point still.
By a thread.
Like it's hanging by a thread, but like they're like still like, no, we know this movie's good. Trust us, right?
Yeah, with the falling babies and stuff, and the concept out, they're like, yo, this is the coolest thing ever.
But I don't know. I mean, you got to imagine David Zaslav sitting in the office right now being like, I literally just stood by this movie and this happens like the next day. He's probably like, guys, like, damn it. Again,
Honestly, though, J Money, I honestly feel that if there was an issue, though, that bad, he'd been gone already. You got to remember, there are things that have happened, right? But also, you got, like, just because there's been some crazy stuff accused doesn't mean that you have cause to just go out and just do whatever you want to.
I think they'd rather just be quiet now and just wait for the movie to come out, and then they'll talk about it.
Look, maybe. But I will say this. None of any charges that have been filed against him have stuck. They've all been either dismissed, they've been taken care of, the people have dropped it, who brought it. So there's been a lot of just nonsense, and I get it.
Right.
Look, it's bad.
The one concerning thing with this one is that apparently, like, they found surveillance video. So
yeah, but it's and look, this could be the one, right? This could be the one. This could be the one that like there's something there, right? And we'll have to wait until September 26th, right? And then it's just like when we had the thing about Gibson, right?
And we heard no updates from that.
No updates. He went and it was done, and Gibson just actually
that Business Insider article,
just did an article and said, look,
which nobody's talking about. Nobody's
talking about, but she just did an article that I saw today, and said, look, it was all nonsense. He hasn't done any of those things. Explained what she's done, what brought it about, and and that's the case, right? So I think that there's a lot of people when I hear people saying stuff like, well, he needs help, he needs this, he needs that, he's doing all this stuff. Okay, I guess, but I don't know that. I look at the things and I go, yeah, this seems like really bad behavior, and it seems like he either really needs help or he needs to be wrangled in or whatever, but all at the same time, like no charges have stuck. So what is going on? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what to tell you about that.
Yeah. Whole thing, at the end of the day, the whole thing's just a mess.
It is. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. So it'll be interesting to see if they cut their losses after the Flash. If they cut their losses after the Flash and just go in a completely different direction, or if
stuck in the void.
Nah, I don't know what's wrong with the camera.
So
hello, Williams.
Hello.
Finally to meet you.
And here's the thing. There is no public record of what happened. So everything is assumption at this point.
Yeah, I didn't even see it. So
so there is no public record of what happened or whatever. So look, people can make their own conclusions, and they are absolutely fine with doing that, and I absolutely understand why they would. I absolutely get it. I'm just at a point, really, I just don't care. Like, I'm really kind of tired of hearing about Ezra Miller. I'm tired of hearing everybody's. I'm tired of hearing everybody's opinion about it. I'm tired of hearing everybody add to it. Honestly, I'm tired of turning on a TikTok video and watching somebody having made action figure animation that shows Ezra Miller's The Flash running around and like beating up women. You know what I mean?
That's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. It sounds funny. But at the same time, you look at it and you go, well, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. It just, to me, it just, I guess for me, this story just isn't funny. Even the stuff that is funny and the jokes and everything that like I should probably have a lighter heart about it. I just don't.
Months ago, you were
This
very
thing is-
like you really wanted to get a conclusion to this, and now you're just
I just want a conclusion to it, and that's the thing. Is like that's all I've ever wanted is the truth to come out, one way or the other, and and the thing is, it just keeps getting postponed or.
It's just a
things get dropped, and then it just makes it more confusing for more people. And then I'm tired of hearing it from everybody every time something new happens, or like the man breathes funny. You know what I mean? Like
I just wish somebody would say something from his team at this point. I really do.
Why would they?
Maybe that's the first.
Well, I get it, William. I understand. I understand why they won't. But the thing is, at the same time, like it's just getting old, and like these charges that came up today, for example, they're from May, right? So
when the crime happened in May, the charges went. They formally charged something.
Yeah, so they formally charged him today. So it's not like he went out and did something today. He did have a spot there where he was going through some really bad stuff, and he was in a bad place. He's been in rehab for quite a while now. We shared that information earlier, at the beginning of the show. So he has sought out help, and he has gotten help. He shut down his social media. He went to those things. So that doesn't mean he can't still be charged for something he did in May.
Right.
It's very so now we have to see what that is. Because even these charges are weird. You know, but I mean, it has to do with alcohol or whatever. So you got, you know,
it'll get pled down. It'll get pled down to a lesser charge. But
yeah,
and guess what? I keep saying this. Come June, July, whatever, 2023. Like, if I'm Warner Brothers or his people, why would I say anything? There's no benefit to them saying anything.
Yeah, I just hope this stuff just stops. Like, I'm just tired of dealing with. Like, if he's gonna keep on, you know, if stuff's just gonna keep going, like, I'm just, you know, I'm done. You know,
like I said,
it's not that I'm done. That like I think he's guilty or anything. I don't know. I don't know what he's guilty of and what.
No,
he's
I think I understand. You're just tired of hearing about it and talking about it because
I am. I'm just tired because everybody acts like they're a freaking expert, and they're not. Like, you know, that's the thing. It's like everybody. It's all speculative. It's all speculative. It's.
I mean,
all,
hey, I have my opinions on this. I have my opinions on this, but like at the end of the day, it's just my opinion, right? It's just like I don't care what anyone else really thinks about this. Not like in a bad way. It's me like everyone's allowed to feel they want to feel. Yeah. I've kind of just made my peace with that. Just speaking personally, I don't want to see the movie right now for a myriad of reasons. But if other people do, that's okay. I'm not going to
I'm going to see the movie.
Which is going to be the vast majority of people. Let's be honest. Regardless,
I will just say this. RJ, like I don't begrudge you being upset about it, like, and about what's going on.
It's not even just that. You said the Ray Fisher thing
just,
too. Just like it's just all of it. It's just like It's just like, and plus too, we're at a point with this like the entire thing where I'm like, it's not even just that. It's also too. I'm thinking to myself like, does this movie even matter anymore? I mean, Michael Keaton's basically gone. We don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know, but people do stupid stuff in their life. People do stupid stuff in their life, and I guess like for me, it's like, do they not deserve to work or whatever? Like, you know, I mean, like, I don't know.
I know. It's just I'm just in a weird place where I'm just like, I can't support the movie as it is.
And I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in the man's life. I understand your frustration, man. Like, if you don't want to see it, or if like, you know,
but again, I'm not going to begrudge anybody for wanting to, though. Like, it's fine. I've come to my own conclusions about this, what I personally feel like right now. But it's okay if other people feel differently. That's okay. Like, I'm just expressing how I feel right now.
No, that's fine, RJ. That's fine.
My connection to these people are their jobs. Like when it was Kobe Bryant, he was going to his thing, and I let the legal system handle itself. My only connection to these entertainers are when they're on my TV screen, and when they're doing their jobs. And for the vast majority of people who are outside of the Twitter sphere, the internet paper, they don't care. Right? They are not going to care to the level. There's a difference between people reporting on things and the industry showing their feelings, and the average Joe making that connection to the point where it would stop them from
I know, and I agree with that. The only thing I would say is, and again, you can take it is for what it is. I'm just explaining my own personal experience. My real one's also different, but at least in my opinion, I feel like this is like right on the edge of hitting that mainstream level because now it's being covered by all these websites and all the cable news channels now and the entertainment.
That's what I mean.
Channels.
Though. Coverage doesn't mean people care. People knowing about something, don't conflate with people knowing about something with people caring about something.
Right. I'm just saying this capture. I'm just saying this captured the attention of the mainstream.
That's fine, but doesn't mean people can know people are awful and still go see them. It doesn't matter. It happens every day. I'm going to give you.
I'm just saying. I feel like there's just a disinterest in the movie as it is right now.
I don't think that not because of that. I don't think people are going to give a rat's ass about what's going on him come July when it comes.
Well, I don't know, man. Like
I'm going to give you an example.
Supposedly the screenings have gone exceptionally well. You know, and I don't know, man. I think we're in a weird time where like people don't care about. People expect celebrities to be weird and crazy and do crazy things. I mean, look at some of the people. I mean, we were just talking about Tom Cruise. Look at that guy, man. Like by all accounts, that guy shouldn't have a career.
But
he's done so many. He's literally part of a cult that has been talked about, that like scares people, that you know, has you know, like all kinds of negative connotations to it. Nobody has positive things to say about Scientology at all.
No,
and he's still a part of that. He went through a weird point in time when he was like, jumping up and down on couches, and stuff, and going off on Matt Lauer, about
I will say
drugs
this.
and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So I mean, and he got through it. Like, it's amazing how quick the public is. Like, if the public knows that Ezra Miller like went to rehab and got help and stuff between now and the time that next year comes, like, there's absolutely there's no telling that like people would just be like, hey, good for him. He's getting, you know what I mean?
Well,
and accept him again.
And take this,
but he's got to stop doing weird stuff. I mean, the guy's got to stop doing weird stuff, regardless. I mean, I've always said, the guy's kind of a strange cat. You know what I mean? But you got to, at some point, you can't go showing up like in the, you can't show up like he showed up in that that thing that they did
Fandom,
with Fandom, and just seem like you're kind of on something, and you know what I mean, and kind of freak people out. Because I'll be honest with you, like, even watching that, I felt uncomfortable. I just felt uncomfortable, and so you know what I mean. So I mean, you got to do something that gets people to feel okay.
Well, I will say this just real quick. Take it for what it is.
I mean, this doesn't help. Whatever this is. I don't know what that is, but okay.
I'll say this, take it for what it is, but last thing I heard was that when Zaslav was talking about making these movies better, and also saying that they'll take their time with these releases.
Mm-hmm.
We have those rumors of these movies getting pushed back.
Mm-hmm.
This is just what I've heard. I'm not saying this is accurate, just what I was told by somebody I trust, was that they are considering pushing back both Aquaman 2 and The Flash to do some to do additional reshoots on them to better fit them in line with what Zaslav wants to do with DC going forward.
I believe that.
Whatever movie that Aquaman 2 and The Flash were that's been tested, I don't think will be the movie that we actually get when they actually release, whenever they release.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair enough. I'm
just saying, based on what I was told, they want to reshoot, especially The Flash. And I'm not saying they're going to get rid of Ezra Miller, but I'm just saying they want to heavily retool that movie to better fit in line the vision of DC Zaslav wants to do going forward. Whether that means no new timeline or whatever. But what I was told was that they want to do additional reshoots on a lot of upcoming DC movies with the allocated reshoot time that they have. So.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I think at the end of the day, it could be it. That could be the final movie in the DC.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they want to, they could do reshoots to make that the conclusion to the story. If they want to
conclude the whole thing, and like I said, I'm not saying that that's what I want. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying.
They got the option if they want to.
From the way that I feel like you use a Flash movie. If you're going to do that, that's the movie that
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna have pretty much a bunch of cameos in the Justice League showing up. So I mean, you could do it if you want. I mean,
hey, look. I will say this. There are things that have come out about Ezra that I just look and I just shake my head. I mean, like today, when I see that and I'm like, what the heck is he doing, man? Like, what, who runs in and steals a bunch of alcohol or whatever that was?
Especially when you're rich, it's just
I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, what celebrity goes and busts into a home that he doesn't own? And then I saw something honestly, I was gone all day today. I got up early this morning and I traveled 2 hours because I bought University of Michigan football tickets for my birthday, September 24th,
nice.
For my family, from a guy, but he was in Grand Rapids. So I had to drive all the way to Grand Rapids to get it, and so that's 2 hours away, right? But it was worth it because I got a great deal on the tickets. I mean, I got them for face value. So
good seats.
To go to the big house on face value tickets from somebody, heck yeah. Oh. And so I did that. I got I got the tickets, and then I have a friend in Grand Rapids that I met up with for lunch, and then I did some shopping and stuff. I showed you guys all the toys I got and everything, and I literally walked in the door at 10 o'clock at night, and then Landon got out of work. I had to leave right away, go pick up Landon, take him to his mom's, and then come back. I didn't get back until 11:40, and then that's why the show didn't start tonight until after 1 a.m. And so I didn't have a chance to read everything. I saw little tidbits here. I saw something that said that it might have been his mom's house, like a house that his mom owns or something like. So it may have been
But someone else is living there.
Yeah, so it may have been a misunderstanding. Like he thought he was taking alcohol from his mom or something. I don't know. I'm not
But
saying
that's
that's
a lot
what
of
happened.
alcohol to take.
It is. I'm not saying that that's what happened. I'm just saying like I saw something about that. So who knows? I don't know. So that could be. I don't know if it's a misunderstanding. It seems weird that they would actually go fully on charge him if. It seems like you'd be alcohol. You seemed like you could like make that up to somebody. I don't, and like.
Well, for felony burglary, I think I looked into this. Has to be like upwards of at least $5,000 or more in value.
Well, depending on the alcohol, it wouldn't really take much alcohol.
Well, right, it'd be like really expensive wine or something.
Yeah, it could be like expensive wine or expensive whiskey or something like that. Who knows? But enough that it does that. So but I mean, I don't know. But like you'd really have to be like a connoisseur of whatever it was that was taken to go after somebody for a felony for that. I don't know, man. I don't get it.
There's just too much we don't know.
There's just way too much that we just don't know. I don't understand breaking into somebody's house and stealing alcohol, like you said, when you're a celebrity and
Well, apparently it was at 5 p.m. too, so it's not like it was like late in the night where everything's closed. It's like
so like none of that. And see, that's the problem. Everybody who yells at me and gets mad at me over Ezra Miller, I just say, look, my problem is that I am not in a position to understand some of this stuff, right? To be able to actually just go like, I know for sure this happened or that happened. I don't know for sure. There's some people, man, they make judgments based off on stuff and they're just like, this I know happened or that I know happened. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on there. I look at that and everything is just speculative to me. I'm just like, okay, I guess,
Yeah.
I think this is one of the longest call-ins we've ever had.
He asked the question. He asked the question. Peter Rabbit's Defender asked the question. I guess we got off on this whole other thing.
Peter,
I gotta go.
Question. I don't even know if he's here anymore.
All right, buddy. Thanks for having me on today.
All right, buddy. Yeah. All right, you have a good night.
See you guys.
All right, take it easy.
See you, Ezra. One more thing, one thing that I afraid from all the accusation, I afraid that Warner Brothers gonna sue Ezra Miller after the movie. Have you guys heard any, Kevin Spacey got sued by the House of Cards producer?
That's because they could show damages. There's no way.
Hold on though.
Warner Brothers ready to sue.
Do they even have grounds to sue Ezra if they want to do
it right now because it's gonna look ugly. If they
well, yeah, there was what was it? What's his name? What's his name? Kevin Spacey.
Yeah,
Kevin Spacey got sued.
By Netflix, right?
It was by Netflix for putting out bad press, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, for House of Cards. Yeah.
Yeah. Brian, are you still awake? The melatonin didn't kick in, dude. I'm sorry, bro. The ship looked like a penis, and we just started talking Beavis and Butthead. I'm sorry. But no, Kevin Spacey had a problem where, he caused some bad press, obviously.
Yeah.
With the things that he did that were proven really quickly. And that's the other thing about this stuff, right? It's like when somebody usually gets in trouble, it's usually like, hey, yeah, bam, there you go. This is what happened. And then it's done. And it's like, what happened. This stuff is getting like drawn out, and it's like somebody said this and somebody said that, and this person said this.
Well,
and
it's also the issue of the court of public opinion.
It's mostly court of public opinion. That's the problem that I have.
But it's getting so bad.
It is. But Kevin Spacey caused such a problem with his issues that Netflix sued him for it. Now, like whether or not, they're not going to probably cop that money, get that money back. But but it's interesting.
mean-
but I did hear John Campea say, and I gotta say, I mean, it is true. Like if they decide that this is they could say, hey, no matter what the Flash makes, it would have made so much more money, right? If Ezra Miller had not done these things to damage the property, right?
I think
and
it
then
would have
they
made
could
more
go
money. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they could go after him for it, and
They could, but will they even want to?
Yeah, I don't. Is it worth it at that point? I don't know. Does it set precedent then? Maybe like they talked about. I think Peter Rabbit. I think I watched the same episode of John Campea that you did. Yeah, where they just talked about their will it start making clauses in these things in these contracts for people to have to basically keep their personal life intact,
Yeah.
intact. You know what I mean? And not
this is also
do
the
stupid
issue
stuff.
with not properly vetting talent, in a way too.
Maybe.
Where I do think this is on management's fault too. Because let's be fair here, for whatever you think about the Iceland thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They should have said something or done something then, just to get a grip on the situation. I don't know. Again, I have my
Listen, hold up.
opinions on this,
All right, so Warner Brothers shouldn't chase Jack. Nothing. Zero.
No, I'm not
And
saying they
here's
should
why.
do Jack. I'm saying they should have taken action back then.
Hold
You
on.
don't have to say something, but
All
it's
right.
their inaction just cost them.
Warner, that hasn't cost them anything. What Warner Brothers is gambling, and it has been proven that, like I said, us on the screen and the insiders in the industry, they're counting on that. And here's why. I'm going to give you a perfect example of just hearing a reporting doesn't mean you give a rat's ass about what you're seeing. Deshaun Watson has had to settle 22 out of 23 cases of sexual harassment, right? And one of them is still up there. They've reported on that, yet he got a $250 million plus contract, and guess what?
Yeah, he just got suspended again.
Yeah, he knew he was getting suspended. He knew that the suspension was built into the contract. That's how they don't care. And guess what? In Cleveland Stadium, you think they're going to care when he gets on there and throws that ball, or the ratings are going to drop? Knowing something and caring about something are two different things. Most people do not have that type of attachment to the situation beyond what that person does for them, either on that screen or on that court. Pundits and industry guys, they're not the bulk of people. And it has been proven over and over again. What we talk to each other about on the screen, or what Campy talks about, or what Kevin Smith talks about, or the industry, that's not what drives that. Nobody's bills gets paid on that. And it's been proven over and over again. I think it's silly why people think, oh, this is going to put a halt. No, it's not. People don't have that regard of caring to that point. All right? They're watching for what it does for them.
Well, let me ask you this then. What about Fantastic Beasts 3?
What about it?
The fact that it was a massive box office disappointment and was overshadowed by all the Johnny Depp and
it was going to be. It was a massive. Dude, we promoted that massive box office disappointment. And if Ezra Miller's even on the list of reasons why he's not even on the list.
No, I'm not talking about Ezra Miller. I'm talking about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard as an example of how public controversy can impact a movie.
But here's a point with that. Number one, Johnny Depp is a much larger figure to gravitate to than that. That's going to be news for me. And his following that he's developed for almost 35, 40 years had a play in that as well. Okay, Edward Miller, and it all depends. Each individual public figure is going to have a different effect or draw or effect on a movie. And I just don't think we're at that point, to the point where if I'm Warner Brothers, I do or say anything or halt anything, especially something that's a year out, when we don't care about what's going on now. No matter, it could be in front of our faces on a giant screen. People could be telling us bad news, awful news. We don't care. We were so detached. I just gave you, last time we brought this up, how many stories have gone on and been global world story. People have died, and what do? We move on to the next story. We gravitate back to our kitchen table stuff and what that particular person means to us. All right. YouTube and Twitter is not the general public.
No, I agree. I don't dispute that. I'm just saying.
And Warner Brothers is
the
betting
issue
on
is that it's just been constant barrage of news stories.
I just gave you an
year
example
long.
of a guy who just had graphic details put out about 27 hours, and that was constant. And that wasn't even a slow drip. That was a damn faucet going on. And guess what? Life went on. Okay, and it's going to go on because the people, like I said, what you see and what you care about are two different things. The average Joe doesn't have to care about this and probably doesn't. Right? He doesn't. You can't hold somebody, an average ticket holder, accountable for what he cares about or not. They're just going to go see the movie. They don't have that connection to that person in that regard. They don't care. All right? For the most part, they don't care. Whether it's being, I'm not saying it's not being reported.
We'll see. But the test will be when it actually comes out.
Yeah, and the tests have gone on for decades since we've had motion picture and motion news and tabloids and everything else. Stars do what they do, and people go to see them. All right. Now, when it's different, when it's like they've murdered somebody or physical abuse and sort of thing. But even then, I just brought up somebody who's been incredibly accused of physical abuse. His life's still going on. I'm pretty sure Chris Brown made albums after what he did. I mean, it has to reach.
But you could argue the world of sports can vary.
Entertainment is period. What you see on your TV screen, it all gets reported. Sports actually gets reported way more because we have a 24-hour sports cycle with ESPN, Fox, everything. We have all these things. Like I said, if I'm Warner Brothers, they have to gamble on whether the average person is as tied to this story as people who talk about it on a screen or on an article or insider industry. I know people who don't even know who the hell Kevin Smith is. A lot of us do, but there are a lot of people out here. What does his opinion mean to the average person that's never seen his movies or doesn't connect to him?
It's not even just. If we're going to bring up the Kevin Smith thing, I think
I'm just talking about anybody in general.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying
Are we a sampling of the people that Warner Brothers Discovery cares about? That's my question.
They should care about everyone's money.
Dude, come on. Yeah, math pays rent, not opinions. Are we a sampling? And this is the people smarter than us are making this calculation. Are the people who are making the noise a proper sampling of the people that Warner Brothers Discovery is counting on to make their money?
I think they are a sampling, yeah.
How much?
Sampling.
What percentage?
I can't calculate on the spot. I couldn't tell you.
You have to know those numbers in order to criticize a company for not saying something. They're hedging their bets. They know the numbers. All we're doing is guessing. We're talking about stuff. They're doing stuff. It's a big difference. That's all I want to say. I'm not saying you're wrong to feel how you do, because I understand.
Oh, no, I'm just... the other thing is, too, is like, how do you even market this film or to any kind of public press tour?
A year from now, I got 3 or 4 months when I start remotely thinking about that. I don't start thinking about that in that regard till right around Shazam, and then I start making my connections. That's if these movies come out. Dude, if he's changing the landscape, we don't know. We know the dates that these movies are supposed to come out.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if these movies are going to come out. That's the other thing, too.
But
I don't know.
These movies not coming out ain't going to have any. These movies are not going to come out because of that. No. If these movies don't come out on time, it's because...
I think it would be naive to say that if Flash gets shelved, it wouldn't be, somewhat correlating to this.
I think it would be naive to think that.
I don't think so.
Like I said, are you...
I'm not fully going there. It's
not our money. It's not our $200 million.
Well, no, I understand that, but
it's our money,
can't say that it wouldn't impact the decision whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't.
Not to a degree where it will be
if it did get shelved. Look, if it did get shelved, I would say that it is very possible that they know more than we do. Because I'm going to be absolutely fair, because I feel like at this point Warner Brothers knows more than we do. Everybody calling for this and that and whatever, it's all people who don't know. It's all people who aren't a part of it. They have no vested interest in it, other than being a fan. And so we make these statements about, they should do this, they should do that, they should do this, they should do that. And the reality is we don't know. Like you said, it's not our money. We don't know. They're in the business to make money. That's what David Zaslav is in the business to do. Obviously, is to make money. And that's what they're trying to do. If at some point they say we're not going to make this movie, I feel like that could possibly mean that they do have more information than us. I feel like one of the reasons why it isn't being canceled now is because they do have more information than us. They know exactly what's happened with Ezra. Ezra has been in communication with them. I don't think for a second, and let me think of what I'm saying here. Okay, I don't think for a second that Ezra has not been in touch with Warner Brothers. Okay. And that they know what's going on. They know the true story. They know what's the behind the scenes stuff. They've been very privy to what he has dealt with and why things have gone down the way that they have and whatnot. And they have better information and intel than we do. If at some point it changes, and all of a sudden the wording and the news from Warner Brothers directly, not somebody's opinion going they should cancel the movie or I heard that they're going to do this, but actually Warner Brothers says, hey, we're going to step away from this movie, then my guess is if they were full tilt, let's do this, they're privy to some information then that we're not privy to. And I understand the court of public opinion thing where there could be issues trying to put out a star of your film and say, hey, here's the star of our film, and this stuff's still going on. This stuff can't be going on still as we're getting closer to the release of the movie.
That would be concerning.
That's true.
You know,
if it escalates, yes.
Yeah,
If
this stuff can't
OJ,
just keep. The stuff just can't be going on. I mean,
like we can't be like in January of next year. We still hear stories about that.
That's different. That's different.
Yeah,
now we're talking about
no, exactly. And so that's we can't do that. I mean, and like my hope is because we did have, and I mean, I still have it saved here, but because this thing happened in May, right? On May 1st,
and listen,
several bottles of alcohol were missing. Oh my God. I liked what somebody said in our private chat. It's like, oh, the mystery of the stolen alcohol, okay, I mean, it is what it is. Right. And so, but Flash Film News, which I know Flash Film News, I've worked with Flash Film News. I know them very, very well. And they're confirming that Ezra has been receiving treatment in rehab since July. Look, is that a month?
Well,
maybe.
That's good.
But the thing is that that's a good thing that.
Oh no, absolutely. I'm glad
that they're doing that, and that's also when this happened was apparently 3 months ago. And we don't know all the things surrounding that. So my hope is that is the start of I'm hoping that this is the last of it. This is the last wave of stuff because I just don't want to see anymore. I don't want to see any more headlines. I don't want to wake up to any more headlines. I don't want to be made aware of any more headlines. Right. You know what I mean? It's like I'm just getting to the point where it's like I just don't care. Right. I just don't care anymore.
No,
I'm not Ezra's personal
my only point was just like it's just like the worst timing for this to happen because regardless of how you feel on the situation, whether it's going to matter a year from now, this was just the worst timing for this to happen because around the heels of that Warner Brothers Discovery call and the cancellation of Batgirl, and you have a media press that's very much against this movie because of what's going on with Ezra, but also because it's like you canceled the Batgirl movie, which from an optics point of view, you canceled the Woman of Color led, directed by 2 Muslim directors, first trans character in a big budget movie like this.
Here's
and
one
then
thing, RJ.
No.
What? I'm not saying
I know. But you know what? I saw the.
I'm just saying the media.
I saw the Kevin Smith. Yeah, I know. But I saw the Kevin Smith thing. It's like it's not a good look. Whatever. Listen. I don't care who's in the movie. I don't think that it should matter who directed the movie. It shouldn't matter who the actress is or who the actor is or what their nationality. Well, you know what? Twitter can suck one because here's the thing. Yeah, no, I'm sick of that nonsense. It's like, well, because this person is this or that person is that, like, you can't cancel that movie. So what you're going to tell me is I got to watch a crappy movie because you decided to hire a great actress but put her in a bad movie, or you have bad material for good directors. I don't care if the directors are Muslim. I don't care if the directors are gay. I don't care if the actress is Latina. I don't care if the actress is black, white, anything in between. I don't care if they're Asian. I don't care if they're trans. I don't care if they're any of those things. Stop bombarding me with all that stuff and telling me what everybody is and like why we can't judge something just based on what it is anymore, and just let me judge it what it is. I don't want to hear about how the Batgirl shouldn't have been canceled because of who made it or who was making it or who was starring it. Was it a bad movie? That's what I care about. If it was a bad movie, it was a bad movie, because you know what? We all have the capability. Black, white, Hispanic, everybody in between, gay, straight, everybody has the capability of acting horribly, right? Of not being a good actor or writing a bad script or directing a bad movie. And so when I hear people say, well, it shouldn't have been canceled because it had this or that in it, or this person or that in it, I don't care about that.
No, I know. I think more.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's just the way that the company.
So Twitter can go stuff it right up where the sun don't shine, because I just don't care about that part of it.
No. I know.
Like, I want the actual.
Context,
you know what? The industry is stupid then if it's talking about that. I'm just saying. Give me the realities of it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know, was it really that bad of a movie, RJ? Was it really such a bad movie that it was irreparable or whatever? You know, that like irredeemable, that they couldn't fix it, that they couldn't do whatever, and then do that, right? So I mean, like, I don't know what the answer to all that is. You know what I mean?
We got an advantage here with David Zasloff, though, and it's a key advantage, and it has not as much to do with this particular topic, but going forward. This guy doesn't care about optics. I'm starting to learn that this guy.
No, I agree. I agree with that.
And that right now, for somebody who's running this particular company, that may be the best thing that he has going for them. Is he's going to do what he's going to do, and he's not about optics. His optics are when he's got his shareholders in his office. But hey, who watched Predator already?
They talked about it earlier tonight. Listen,
damn it.
J Money. Well, you know what? I can give the show to you. You can talk about Predator all you want. J Money, listen. Yeah, crappy movies get released all the time, to be honest. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that I want more crappy DC movies. This is my point. This has been my whole point of the whole thing. And Brian, you want to fight? You want to fight, Brian? Brian apparently wants to fight. Brian left the stream on his melatonin, and then he gets in the chat and he's like talking a big talk, right? Because I'm sorry that your rocket looked like a penis. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Again?
By the way,
but I don't know if you're saying I'm grandstanding. I don't know if you're saying I'm grandstanding, but I will just say this, J Money. I don't care if there's been bad DC movies. There's been a ton of bad DC movies, but you know what? Doesn't mean I want more. I'm thankful to God if that movie was that bad that somebody had the balls to step up and go, we're not releasing that movie. It doesn't go with where we're going. It's testing horribly. This is not working. Let's shelve this thing because it doesn't work. And I'm sorry, I'm seeing people come out of the woodwork, and you know what? I don't believe them. I don't believe all these people who are like, oh, save the Batgirl movie. You didn't give two craps about the Batgirl movie a month ago, okay? Yeah. You didn't support it then. I didn't see streams going on about how everybody was looking so forward to. Yeah, we all said, yeah, we want to see the Batgirl movie, but it was an intriguing thing. I saw people bitching and complaining about it because it had Michael Keaton in it. That's what I saw, okay? It was, oh my God, it's going to kill the Snyderverse. And then all of a sudden we're all like, oh, we want to see this movie. Listen, come on.
I have consistently not wanted to see this movie.
Look, I wanted to see it. I wanted to see it. I
think it's more so just like, how do I put this? Because I'm trying to explain. And again, I'm not trying to do any moral grandstanding. If I'm coming across that way, it's not intentional. I'm just trying to have a good conversation.
I'm trying. I'm not yelling at you, man. Like,
no, I know. I'm just making sure.
I'm not yelling at you. No, I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at Twitter right now and this nonsense kind of thing. Like, listen, I totally understand being concerned about the people in general, right?
I think that's the biggest part of
and-
this. I think
and-
it's more so
and-
people are like, it's about the principle of canceling a movie like this and like the damage.
But here's the
just
thing.
created.
Again,
Yeah.
I get that. Like we're people concerned about the people who made the movie, but those people got paid. Okay, they did a job, and I'm sorry, but that's how the real world works. I don't care if they're actors. It doesn't mean that like the thing that you worked on. If you got, as long as they got paid. If they weren't getting paid, then you would see me blowing up and being like, no, this is BS. Those people need to be paid for their work, okay? And I get, but the thing is they got paid for their work. Now, I understand residuals and all that stuff. You know, I mean, there's going to be, you know, hits on that. But the reality is they got paid what they agreed to do the job for, and apparently there were issues with it. There is no obligation on the point of the studio to go, hey, this thing that didn't work, we're not going to put out. I don't see, I saw people getting a little riled about Lord and Miller's version of Solo, right? And then people like,
I did.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Lord Miller's version.
Sure, but here's the thing. Everything about that says that it was horrible, that it was bad, that it was a comedy disaster.
I know.
Okay?
I know what they said. I still want to see it though.
Well, yeah. Look, I watched the holiday special every year. I like to watch the Fantastic Four movie that came out in 93, 94. I'll watch the Captain America movie that came out in the early 90s. I'll watch that garbage because it's funny to look at, right? It's funny to deal with, right? You know, and stuff, and you know, because you're glad it's not going somewhere. I get the morbid curiosity. I'm even morbidly curious about what the Nicolas Cage movie would be. But if you tell me if you tell me that I have the option of not seeing it or having to see the Nicolas Cage movie and that's where the universe was going to go, I'll take my chances that Nicolas Cage movie probably wasn't going to be that great.
Let me ask you real quick though. Do you like trust the corporate executives in the studio to like make that like do you trust them to know what a good DC movie is though?
For now, I'll tell you why I do. For now, this is the only reason I do right now, RJ. Until I see that first movie under Zaslav, right? That's like truly under Zaslav, right? Not you know, from the old regime, brought over,
Right.
retooled or whatever. But when I see that 10-year plan start to unfold, okay, then I will judge that. And it will either be good or bad.
That's my only concern. It's like
it'll be good or bad.
Yeah,
Okay, it'll be good or bad when that comes out. But for now, you know what does make me trust it? How many times have we seen this happen before, RJ? They had the balls at Warner Brothers to say they gave us Catwoman, and nobody sat up there and went, "Yeah, we shouldn't do this movie. This movie's horrible. This is literally a bomb." Okay, they gave us Batman and Robin. And how many times do I have to play the clip of Arnold Schwarzenegger's talking about, you know, that it's the greatest written movie that he's ever been in, that it's Shakespearean in tone. Okay, Batman and Robin.
William
They put
agrees with
bat
that.
nipples on. They put nipples on the bat suits, and there was a horribly written film. We got Superman 4, which they just butchered because they gave to Canon Films, and they just like the FX are horrible, and it's just rotten. And you got Steel, and you got all these other. For once, somebody stood up and went, "Nope, we're just not going to release this." So you know what? That gets my attention. I know it's not popular. I know it's not fun. I know that for some people they're worried about it. To me, it goes, okay, you got my attention. Now prove it to me. Right? If you tell me, well, and that's the thing, William. Yeah. They got Alan Horn, right? So that's a huge step in the right direction. Would we not all agree?
No, I agree. I mean,
right?
listen, I don't know how
I mean, just saying,
just having his presence is important.
I know. I'm just saying they got Alan Horn, so that's a huge step in the right direction. Then you know we'll see who they put in charge of DC Films, right? We'll see that and what that job consists of and what they do, and it's gonna be William. Me and William are teaming up, man. Me and William are teaming up to head up DC Films. But here's the thing. I will wait right now they got my attention. They piqued my attention, RJ. And I'm like, okay, you're telling me
I'm
this
just
was bad.
worried,
You're
right?
telling me this was bad and that you weren't going in this direction. And listen, nobody else, RJ, has stood up and said, we are not going to put out a movie just to put out a movie. We're not going to put a movie out just to save a quarter. We're not going to put a movie out just to get a check, right? And that was a direct hit at 2 regimes ago, where they literally were like, we have to put out a crappy movie just so we can get our bonus check, right? So I'm glad to see that they're saying, we are not going to put out a movie unless we absolutely believe in it and absolutely think that it's going to get the job done and be good. So you tell me that because they took action, RJ, they've got my attention for now.
Yeah.
When that first new DC film comes out under that regime, I will tell you whether or not I believe them.
I just hope that they're actually good judges of character on what a good DC movie is, you know.
Me too.
Because if you tell me like this movie isn't good enough, but then you release a bad movie like 2 or 3 years from now, and be like, are you really a good judge of character on what's a good movie or not? You know, that's my
that's a legit concern. And like I said, he still has to produce in order to clear those concerns. But when you look at the structure of the previous management and what they publicly stated,
Brian, put a smile on your face, buddy. Come on, go eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or a
Snickers,
or a grilled cheese. Yeah, go have a Snickers, bro. Jeez, come on, man. I love you, bro, but jeez, lighten up.
Hey, Inash.
Yes.
I have to go now. Thank you for the opportunity.
Well, you know what, Peter Rabbit, you got the most time, and I think you said the least. But you asked the hot topic questions, bro.
Thank you so much, man.
You asked some good questions, bro. You have a great night, man.
See you, Ajay. See you, Inash.
All right, see you later,
See you,
Peter.
Peter Rabbit.
What I was saying before, though, is who they had in place, who they bought in place. They didn't seem to care about that as much. The guy who's here now is showing me more regard by what he's saying his plan is and who he's bought in, just the 1 or 2 people that he's bought in, that then the previous regime showed me. Not Kevin Cichara, Walter Hamada. Listen, I don't hate Walter Hamada. I don't have the venom. I know other people have their reason for hating Walter Hamada. I don't think he was the right guy for the right job, and I think he demonstrated as much. And I think that he should have been switched out a long time ago, and the things that are happening now should have happened then. See, people have become villains because the executives didn't make the right decisions, and they put a whole bunch of people in a lot of bad spots. Now, all you need right now is somebody to put people in good spots. The Alan Horde hire is critical. Yeah, his underlings or whatever did the work, but he had to find them. A lot of those people, you know, not just Kevin Feige, because Kevin Feige had a history prior, but there's a lot of structure that Alan Horn put in place that a lot of people don't see that makes that organization run. And if you look at prior to 2013, there was a lot of stuff in place at Warner Brothers in DC that got gutted, and that's why DC didn't work. So if you do the correlation right there, I can't tell the future, but like I said, I look forward to having conversations that are just really cool.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's just a lot of pessimism because we've been burned so many times.
Yeah.
And plus, too, it's just like all the conversations already immediately negative because of what just happened with Batgirl. So it's just like, oh God, here we go again. You know, I hope things work out. I really do. All of this, but hey, at least we got.
Hey, you know
Marvel.
What? Well, no. Shut up. We don't
Hey, do you see those Ironheart set photos? Looks good.
Yeah, I'm not big on that one. Some of the stuff that they put out does not look bad. It's just right now I have to be very careful with Marvel because if I don't watch the right things, I get exhausted. Like there's certain shows. The shows for me are key because that's where the long form storytelling is.
Yeah,
but
She-Hulk next week, by the way. Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm on board for She-Hulk, but Ironheart, I'm like, Secret Invasion, yeah. Hawkeye, it's like when it misses for me bad. It's like I've wasted so much time.
Aiden.
So,
I think She-Hulk's going to surprise a lot of people.
Not me. I love that actress. That actress is one of the best actresses in the world. That anybody who has not watched,
Brian.
Anybody who has not watched Orphan Black that's watching this stream or anything I'm on, please watch.
Yeah, Tatiana Maslany is really talented.
Oh my goodness,
really talented.
Hey, speaking of watching something, if you guys have not watched yet, you need to go watch this video right here. where Tiffany and I renewed our wedding vows.
Dude, Danny
last
McBride?
Thursday.
What's Danny
Last
McBride doing with
Thursday.
Tiff?
I don't know, man. I don't know. We already watched it once here, man.
Hey,
but,
William, have you put your name into that AI generator yet?
He did.
You know what?
He did. We put his name into the AI generator. I'll show you again what happens when you put
I
it.
put William Powell.
You could have at least advertised the Saturday night show too while you're at it.
No, he advertised.
I said find him on Poindexter Lounge, so he's here. But no, hey, check it out. This was super cool, in the fact that Tiffany and I renewed our marriage vows, and I did it in the most fun way. It starts off with a whole Back to the Future
We know you're
thing.
need to come with us right now. I need you to leave right now with me. Otherwise, we're not going to see your 20th anniversary.
Oh, man, Doc, that's heavy. Well, Tiff, I said I would do it. I told you that if anything ever happened,
Totally
that I would go
surprised
and try
her.
to save our family. So, I gotta do it. You stay right here. All right, Doc, what do I gotta do?
Don't worry, for us, we'll be on a journey through time and space. But for her, it'll be mere seconds. We have to go.
All right, let's go. Back to the future. Stay right here.
They go off, and every time I come back, so
Adventure we just had.
geeks and gamers would love
I
it.
had no idea that things were gonna happen that way. I mean, oh no! Doc, you saved my family now. You're a woman. We can't have that. The fans will go crazy if we just gender swap Doc Brown. We can't do that. The people will lose their freaking mind. Doc, we're gonna have to go back. We just can't stand for this. Let's go back again to the future to save Doc.
You can't keep good scientists down.
Oh my gosh! Person taking was for this, Doc. I mean, this is crazy. When everything's going on.
Will we save Doc? That's the question.
Marty? Well, I mean, you're not heavy anymore, but. Great Scott! Well, this isn't right. This isn't right, Doc. I mean, we just keep messing it up. Let's try again. Come on.
This is
Doc, I don't know anymore. This is really taxing on me. I'm gonna glad our family's okay, but
Wow.
I don't know what's gonna happen. Oh my gosh, Doc! Listen, I love women in roles, and I have no problem with gender swapping as long as it makes sense with the story and everything. And I really have no problem even if we make you black. But the fans are gonna freaking lose their mind about this. I mean, there's a bunch of crazy racist people out there, aren't they? I mean, you're Doc Brown. We still gotta fix this. Come on, let's go!
Yeah.
We really screwed this up. Tiff, I'm really sorry. We keep trying. Let's try again. I really like the hoverboard.
Yeah, we did this quite a few times, but it's a lot of fun. There's me and Landon. Landon looks better in the Marty outfit than I do.
If you'd have done that in Vegas, I could have got you the DeLorean.
Really?
Really?
Hey, 20th, man. 15th or 20th.
I love Please Call Me SK's comments. This is way better than the TV Flash.
Oh, I got to meet that guy the other night.
This is my favorite part. I finally get Tiffany, and we walk out here, and I love this thing as we walk through the door. The Back to the Future music stops. It was just perfect. Look at that view. It's just beautiful on top of the building. She's kissing me. She's so happy. Johnny Pop is in the background there. Anyway, so you can find the whole video. It's a lot of fun. It's pretty funny. It's got a lot of twists and turns and a lot of funny things, a lot of laughs, and a lot of love. And so if you're a fan of the channel, That's my friend Rusty that I'm always talking about, by the way, too.
Oh, it's
there.
Rusty.
Yeah, it's Rusty right there. But yeah, so if you're a fan of the channel, that's something that I think is like a must see. You gotta see
Gotta
it. Yes.
watch it.
And it is, yes, better than the TV Flash for sure. Maybe we'll go 9 seasons too. Who knows?
How sweaty was this?
Oh, dude, it was so sweaty. It was so hot. It was, oh my gosh. But you know, it was better that it was hot because it was hot and muggy. But it was better that it was hot and muggy than because it had been raining and stuff. And so I was kind of worried that it was going to be raining, but it didn't. It was so hot though. It was but it was good. It was all worth it. So guys, go check it out. I'm ready to go to bed. It is 5 a.m. and
I gotta watch Sandman.
There you go. So you go watch Sandman. Yes, it was very sweaty. It was this sweaty.
It's hot.
He's just sweating sitting there because he's so out of shape and old.
I'm glad you cracked yourself up tonight.
I do.
Can you just make a T-shirt with just like William's logo or his face with just the word old?
You know what I'm gonna do? I am going to use where is it? No, where is it? Hold on.
The edit of Kenan Thompson.
Yes.
Just put old.
Yes, I'm gonna use that background.
Make that a T-shirt.
Put this T-shirt's old.
I'm gonna get one that said "Not too far behind me" for you.
I'm gonna put a picture of William and go, "This don't give me a hard time. This T-shirt's old."
It's on the back.
Well, what a good point to wrap it up.
Or just put on the back, "Please be patient. I'm old."
It says on the back, "Please be patient. My name's William."
You know what? Screw you too, RJ.
Slow and steady wins the race.
You, Monkey Jeebus, 8 Bars, you're all on my list. Hell with all you guys. Are we done here? Have we ran out of stuff to talk about, and that's where we're at now?
I'll eventually get there. You guys wait. It's the back of the T-shirt says, "You guys wait up."
I said, "Please be patient."
I'd like to apologize to the viewers for all this. Pretty sure this is not what you tuned in for.
Oh, this is exactly what they tuned in for.
You made it 3 hours and 43 minutes in, and it still went south.
Well, it looks like a mole caught on camera. It's night vision. Outside your house. I think I see something scurrying.
You know what?
Look at those ears.
There you go. How about that?
Look, he runs and hides. He goes into his hole when he gets called out. The light scares him. Oh, my stomach hurts from laughing really, really hard. Whew. I needed that. That was good. Are you all right, William?
I'm fine.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. I've grown numb to you at this point. It doesn't hurt me.
Grown numb. Well, that's what happens to your nerves after a while.
Anus.
Whoa.
Anus.
Hey. Whoa. Hey now.
Anus.
Have you heard that one, RJ?
Yeah, you little.
Anus is a useful thing indeed.
Oh well.
Yeah, well, William, don't let your anus get numb, okay?
Okay, I don't ever want to hear that word come out of your mouth with my name attached anywhere in the sentence again. All right.
Anus?
All right, that's it.
You don't want to hear William's anus?
That is not a word we share between us.
What? We don't share your anus?
Yes, that is exactly the way to go.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying it is the way to go? The anus is the way to go? Or it's not the way to go?
I'm not talking to 2 other grown men about this.
Wait, well, who will you talk to about it?
Not you two clowns.
No, are you
His
gonna
doctor. We'll talk to his doctor about his anus.
Why are we talking about?
Is your doctor a grown man?
Zasloff. We went from David Zasloff and whatever NASA stuff Brian brought out, and this is where we wrapped up. If you watch the beginning of this show and you figure this is where we ended up, I apologize to all of you. You went on a roller coaster ride to hell. Right? You were in hell right now. You were let in. You were let in with quality, and you ended up right here where you're at now.
Right into William's anus.
Right into William's anus. Oh my god.
Oh, that's a great comment. Mighty Max says William transforms into a kid by shouting.
If he's reverse Shazam. He's reverse Shazam.
Well, I legit got to go because I got to watch this Sandman before I go to bed.
That's great.
He's like he actually yell. He doesn't yell Shazam. He yells Messas. Messas.
Massage.
Messas.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, William. You look super cute, William.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, William. William, don't forget.
Penis.
Don't forget.
Oh wow.
Oh man, I needed that. The great thing is like he thinks that like just leaving will stop the laughter, but it won't.
It's eternal, just like
may even intensify. I'm sorry. That was funny.
Wow.
That was funny. All right. Well, folks,
this was a show.
This is the way to end, for sure. So, thank you, RJ, for being here.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you to the entire panel for being here, everyone tonight. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks to the chat. Thanks to the people who gave super chats. I hope that you had a good time. Hope that you learned something. You know, hopefully you learned something from Brian about space, and you learned something from William about anuses, and
that's really all that needs to be said. You learned about anuses.
We had a good time in between the space and the anus.
We learned about space penises, space near the anus, and
there you go. There you go. There's something for everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter. And don't tell anybody that their fandom doesn't matter. But seek to have good conversations. And if you do that, there'll always be a place in the Poindexter Lounge for you. And you, RJ. Until next time.
Bye.
See ya. William is old. Bye. It's his night time. The nurses gave him his pills. And a glass of water.
A glass of water, melatonin.
and a warm glass of milk. And he is ready now to go to bed. Good night, William. Bye-bye.